Hello everybody, I think we are now live. I do need to check that real fast, so if you are over on Twitch or over on YouTube, could you just put really anything into chat, and that'll let us know if we are in fact live. That would be very, very helpful. Like I said, I think everything is set up correctly so that it'll just come on. So I think this is working. But again, I'm just not exactly sure what is happening here. So, let me know if you can see the stream, and I will respond to that. Okay, I'm seeing it lives over on YouTube. I'm seeing a lot of people popping up on YouTube right now. And I see Great Dane45 over on Twitch says you are live. Thank you very much for checking that. I really appreciate that. Next thing is, let me know if the audio balance isn't exactly right. I didn't have a lot of time to check that, but it should be more or less good. We kept the same settings from the last stream. Anyways, so we're going to wait just a couple of minutes to kick things off, really, because, well, we're waiting on a lot of people to join us, basically. And the other thing is that Becca will be joining us. Becca is our social media manager and my wife. She will be joining us for the stream, just like Livestream 1. However, she is currently away at an appointment. She'll be back very, very soon. So hopefully within the first half an hour or so here, she'll be joining us for the stream as well, able to answer your questions, play the game, and hang out with you guys as well. So no worries there. She is coming. She's just going to be a little bit late, and I figured I'd go ahead and kick things off since I'm available to do so here. So, again, we're just going to wait a couple of minutes before really diving into the game. We're just going to hang out for a little bit. I'll introduce myself to you guys. Becca can introduce herself to you guys later if you guys have not seen the first live stream or don't know who we are. And then we can just kind of hang out. If you guys have questions about Cattails, feel free to just put those in chat right now, and I will go ahead and start looking at those. But again, I am Tyler Thompson. I'm the lead developer of Cattails. I've been working on Cattails since the beginning. I created Cattails. And basically what this stream format is going to look like is it's going to be a lot like the first stream, if you guys were around for that. We're just going to be playing Cattails, and really it's an early version of Cattails. It's an early version of the beta, which is not out quite yet, but this is our sort of development copy. So there's some features here that you guys don't have quite yet, but they're coming very soon for you. There's some features here that aren't even announced, as a matter of fact, so you guys might be able to see some early footage of some stuff that we haven't really even given away info about yet. So that's going to be kind of exciting about this stream. That's kind of cool. I see a question here asking, is the beta still coming in October? Yes, absolutely. We have some more information for you guys tonight, actually, about that. We're just going to wait until some more people are into the stream before we really dive into that. But yeah, short answer, yes, it's absolutely coming sometime in October, or maybe even a little bit before that. But we'll go ahead and we'll talk through that in just a little bit here. Let's see. Do I get a prize for being early? Unfortunately, no, you don't get a prize for being early. I'm sorry, Firefox 986 Gaming. Just reading some of the comments here. Lots of fun stuff here. I'm asking, or I'm seeing a question from Hyena. Is the kit system done yet? So I imagine you're asking about the kittens in Cattails. The kitten system is not complete yet. You will not see that in the stream. However, it is on our plate for beta. We don't want to make any promises there quite yet, but we'd like to put that into beta if we possibly can. There's a lot of other really cool stuff with beta though, and I can just straight up tell you guys this kind of stuff because we've announced this previously. When beta comes out sometime in October, likely early October, and we'll have more info about that in just a little bit, there's going to be so many new features. The first is that the map is complete, so that's about 40% larger world map, which is massive. The next is romance, is the really, really big system. You can actually date cats in the beta, you can marry cats in the beta, you can get to know your spouse a little better in the beta, they move in with you, all that kind of fun stuff. So that's a really, really big feature. If you like the mining system at all, you're going to be happy with beta. There's quite a few new things coming in that regard. And then another huge, huge thing is that there's actually not one, but two full new colonies coming in the beta. There's the Mountain Domain, which we're going to be playing as tonight, and there's also the Mystic Colony, which is a completely different colony. We've shared a couple of early screenshots on Twitter, but haven't really played there, haven't really showed that one off too much, but I think you guys are going to like it. Partly because the Mystic Colony is almost entirely populated by custom NPCs that some of you guys helped make, which is super, super cool. That entire colony is awesome, it's off the charts crazy, and a lot of fun. So that's coming in the beta as well. That is completely done. confirmed, that is absolutely going to be in the beta. You're going to be able to join any of those colonies. You're going to be able to have a relationship with any of those colonies, sort of measure your reputation with them, all that kind of fun stuff. So, I have a question here from Bacon Cat. When is the full game coming out? Our plan has always been to release it in late 2017, and right now we are on track for December. We're planning sometime in December, probably early December 2017. You are going to be able to play the full game. I see a question here from Classical Marie underscore RBLX over on YouTube saying, I'm so laggy. Is that the stream that you're lagging on? If it's the game, I have some good news for you. The beta is going to have a huge number of optimizations included with it. So if anyone is having issues playing the game because their frame rate is dropping, stay tuned for the beta. We've done a ton of work to make it run a lot smoother, and you'll actually see that tonight. Our last stream, we had some issues because there were some optimization things that hadn't really been taken into account. But this stream, you're going to see that everything is running very, very well. Everything's very smooth, and that's how it's going to be when you guys get the beta. So just so that you know, that's kind of what is going on there. I see some people talking about the mining system. A little story, I actually played Cattails earlier today to prepare for the stream, just to make sure that our beta was working, and then I may have played it for like 3 hours, which was probably irresponsible of me, but I did, and I say that it's for testing purposes, so you know, it's totally a professional thing. But I was mining in the beta, and I had a really good setup. I brought in a lot of food, a lot of healing herbs. I was a fairly skilled cat in my passive skills. And I made it all the way down from 0 to 95 before I had to go back up, and that was kind of crushing. So the mine is definitely something I'm very proud of. It's something that's pretty well balanced to be a challenge, but not be too difficult. It's still, you know, anyone can still sort of do it, I guess. It's not going to be that big of an issue, especially if you buy the fast travel warps down to the lower levels, which you'll unlock as you get into the mining system. For those who don't know about the mining system, we might touch on that tonight. I don't know. If that's something you're interested in, let us know in chat, and we might go that way. I'm not sure exactly quite yet. Question from Cupcakes Village. Where did Coco come from? The inspiration. Okay, so Coco is my favorite NPC in all of Cattails, because Coco was based on my personal cat that I had growing up named Coco. Coco was a little bundle of joy, and Coco was a black and white cat, just like you see in the game, mostly black but with some white patches. And I absolutely adored that cat. I don't have that cat anymore, and so I figured a good way to memorialize Coco would be to put Coco into the game in such a major role. And in fact, if you like Coco from the alpha and from the pre-alpha of Cattails, I have good news for you again. In the beta, Coco serves a much, much larger role. You're going to be seeing Coco a lot. So, and going forward into the full game, Coco will probably have some more roles too, but we're not quite ready to discuss that just yet. So, just so you know, that's kind of how it'll be. Tia Confident asks, what cat will you be playing as? So, last time we played as a cat named Sandy. Sandy was a sand-colored cat, as the name would suggest, of the mountain domain. This time around, we're still playing the mountain domain, but we've made a new cat named Muffin, and we're going to be playing as Muffin to show you guys some of the new stuff that's going on in the game, and just kind of show off some of the new features, I guess. So we really liked Sandy, nothing against Sandy, but we wanted to play as a new cat just to give you guys some new footage here and some new stuff that you can see, really. But we'll still be playing in the mountain domain. There's been a number of changes to the mountain domain, so you'll be able to see all that kind of stuff when we start up here. I see a question over on Twitch from Alyssa Whiteheart that says, are we going to see more of the map in the live stream? Yes, absolutely. So, as far as the map goes, basically, if you're looking at the map, the entire 30% of the right-hand side, the far right-hand side, if you took it in a vertical slice and you took 30% of it, that is the new part of the map that was not in the alpha, that will be in the beta. It's about 30-some map tiles, and for sure we'll be in some of those throughout tonight's stream. So if you see us over in that area, those are the new tiles, those are the areas you can't get to in the alpha, and those are the completed parts of the map that we will be playing in right now. SEO Gamer Girl asks, will we have furniture? Not exactly furniture. Well, I guess one of them is furniture, but there are decorations, and I don't want to talk too much about it. You might see some of that tonight, you might not, but that could be a lot of fun. So just stay tuned for that. You might see a little bit of that tonight if you're really keeping an eye out for it. So anyways, we will go ahead and get started here with some cattails. I'm going to jump right in as Muffin. Muffin has already been made as a cat of the mountain domain. Muffin is in the first winter of the game, so we're going to show you some of those new features. Right before I start, though, I do have some exciting news for those of you who are waiting for the beta. Now that some more people have had a chance to join us, we have a date for you. And that date is our current plan on the day to release beta. Now, this could change in the future. There's still a lot of things like the kitten system that we need to implement before we can really get you guys the beta. But that being said, we absolutely plan and think that we can very reasonably get the beta into your hands September 29th. That is a Friday, the Friday right before October. September 29th, put that on your calendar. That is our current beta launch date. You should have all the features you're seeing in the stream, plus some extra stuff in there that we haven't quite had a chance to flesh out quite yet, September 29th. And again, I don't want to make any promises there. We might take a little bit more time, but it shouldn't be more than a week or so after that. But September 29th is our plan right now. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump in here. So let me grab my handy-dandy controller, and I'm going to load up a game here. And here is Muffin. You can see we still have Sandy's save file, because Sandy's awesome and has that crown there. That was our last stream cat, if you guys weren't around for that. But we're going to be playing as Muffin, like I said. I'm going to go ahead and load up Muffin. So Muffin right here is in Muffin's den. We are in the mountain colony, mountain domain, as you can see right here from the map. And for those of you asking about the new map tiles, that's anywhere on this line that I'm kind of highlighting to the right. That line and to the right, those are all completely new for the alpha. You saw some of it for the first live stream that we did, but not really that much. So this is Muffin hanging out in the den, and Muffin has, oh, let's see here, all sorts of cool stuff. All sorts of new, oh, that's another thing. There is inventory sorting in the beta. That's a nice just quality of life feature that we're adding. This should make things a whole lot easier. Are you guys having issues over on YouTube right now? Any issues over on Twitch? It looks like in chat some people are having issues with the live stream. I apologize for that. Can anyone hear me over on YouTube? Just let me know. Post a little message in chat or something. That would be helpful. Okay, no issues. All right, seems like everything's working. Sorry, I thought I was seeing some messages about the stream being down or something like that, but maybe I was just misinterpreting it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take Muffin out here, and we're going to go right into the mountain domain home here. And we can see that we've actually been stopped here by Coco, who has visited us. That's the cat that we were talking about earlier, based on my previous cat that I owned in real life. And Coco is saying to us, "Hello, Muffin. I just thought I would stop by today and see how everything is going. Are you enjoying your new home out here in the wilderness? It can be a hard life at first, but you'll get used to it if you aren't already. I'm sure you've made plenty of new friends, right? Or maybe even someone you'd consider more than a friend? No need to get all embarrassed. I figured you'd find someone special pretty quickly, am I right? Listen, I have something very important to show you. It might even help you out. Come with me, Muffin." So Coco's taking us over here to the Sacred Temple. He's going to show us something very special. Do you know where we are? This is called the Sacred Temple. If you haven't been here before in your travels, this temple can be found right in the middle of the wilderness. You see this rose bush? It's a special plant, one of a kind. Cats of all colonies revere it. Since you're not from around here, I don't expect you to know the customs of the wild cats. I'll explain. The flowers that this bush produces are considered by many to be the physical embodiment of pure love. If a cat is romantically interested in another cat, they come here to the temple and pick a red rose from this bush. Then they take the red rose to the one that they love. The recipient cat has to decide if they're also interested in the giver of the rose. If they are, then the two start dating. It's a very serious thing to give a red rose to another cat. Make sure you know what you're doing if you plan on using one. I've also heard of a rare black rose that can be given to end your relationship with another cat, but hopefully you'll never need to use one of those. This bush will produce one new red rose each day. Remember, if you're interested in another cat, come here to the temple and gather a red rose. Then give it to the cat that your heart most desires. If you're lucky, they'll feel the same way and the two of you will start dating. That's all I had to show you. You should return to your colony now. I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, Muffin. So, who do you guys think that we should be targeting with a red rose here? Other than Coco. I see some people over in YouTube that are saying that they want to date Coco, but Coco is not a dateable cat, not at the moment, and there aren't exactly plans for the moment to let you date Coco. But yeah, at the moment you can't date Coco. But we have a bunch of special cats right here in the mountain domain that we could very easily date, or we could go after someone like Scout from the forest colony, but that's going to be a little bit trickier. First, we're going to have to get access to the forest colony. So I'm going to go ahead and go to sleep here. It's very, very late for poor Muffin here. Muffin's going to get some rest, rest his eyes just a little bit here. But if we wanted to go for Scout or someone like that, we could do that. It would just be a little bit trickier. And why that is because we can't just go to the forest colony. Oh, we have another special guest here. Moleby. Salutations! I was hoping I might catch you as you left your den today. My name is Moleby. And this is something that we haven't really talked about at all, really. This feature, we mentioned it way back during the Kickstarter, and haven't actually announced this feature at all yet. So this is going to be kind of exciting. I'm hoping that we can play around for this a little bit with you guys. Moleby says, some call me a contractor, others call me a wizard. I always preferred those in the second camp, you know what I mean? I'm in the business of fixing up and upgrading homes. You ever feel like your den is too small? You come and talk to me. There's all sorts of neat stuff I can do for your den. Believe me, I'm an expert. Anyways, I'm gonna leave a bell in your den. You can use that to call me anytime, alright? Just say the word and Moleby will be there to work on your living space. You can also use the bell to manage any decorations you've collected. Just know that house upgrades don't come cheap. It's a lot of work, what with all the paperwork you gotta fill out and stuff. But don't worry, all of that's included in my prices. And if you do go in for an upgrade, it'll take some time for me to complete it. I may be a miracle worker, but even miracles take time. Again, if you need me, summon me with the bell in your den. Talk to you later. Alright, so that's Moleby. We will definitely be looking at Moleby's stuff in just a little bit. He has some really, really neat stuff for sale. But first off, I see some comments about the awesome, awesome winter music there. I absolutely agree. That is the fantastic work of our composer, Tormod Garvin. You guys should check him out on SoundCloud. This piece in particular is by far my favorite musical piece that he has composed for us. So I absolutely agree. The winter music is incredible. First time I heard it, it just blew me away. I was smiling ear to ear. So we're going to talk to Delta here, and we're going to see if we can't get some items maybe for little Muffin here. And Muffin has a lot of money. Just a lot of money. So we might get an inventory expansion. That's just going to help Muffin out in the long run. But I'm going to hold on to those Mews because there might be something a little bit more useful, especially if we go and look at the house upgrades. I see a question from Emberstar. Hey, do we pay Mews for home upgrades or mole cash? You pay Mews, and we're actually going to take a look at that right now. So there's a couple of upgrades that Moleby can give us right off the bat. So we're going to summon Moleby with this bell right here. And that's going to bring Moleby right into our den. He's going to tell us some stuff. Salutations! Did you need something? Looking to upgrade your den, maybe? So I'm going to visit Moleby's little shop here, and Moleby's going to show me, I think, 3 things. Yeah, 3 things that can be built for us right now for our den. The first is a storage room. Adds a storage room to the left side of your den to hold your extra items. Takes 3 days to complete. The second is the nursery, which is needed if you want to have kittens. We probably won't go for the nursery right now because kittens are not exactly a part of this build quite yet. They're coming in the future, in the very near future, but they're not a part of this build. So I'm thinking between the garden and the storage. And the garden is, you can start growing a few herbs from home. It takes 3 days to complete. So I'm curious. I'm going to just play through a day here as Muffin, but if you guys want to shout out in chat and tell me if you think storage or garden is a better choice, go ahead and let me know, and we'll go ahead and get one of those upgrades before the end of the day. But I'm gonna take Muffin out here while you do that, and we're just gonna talk to some of these other cats here. So let's talk to Luna. Luna doesn't really want to talk to us, which is usually how Luna is, and that's all right, I suppose. There's some cats that are like that. We've already talked to Delta, so let's go down here to Robin. Robin is one of the cats that we might be interested in giving a red rose to, maybe sometime in the future, but as you can see, Robin only has 3 out of 5 stars right now. We're going to need a lot of friendship with them if we want to give them a red rose, that way we don't creep them out by our romantic advance. So we could absolutely go for Robin. It's just going to take some time to butter this cat up, you know. So let's just talk to Robin for today. Talking about cloud watching and all sorts of fun stuff like that. There are lots of clouds moving around the area today, which is kind of nice and scenic. Gives us some shade. And we see Arthur here. Arthur is another cat that we could potentially date, so that's a cat that we should keep our eyes on for someone we might want to give a red rose to. I see a lot of people asking about garden right now. I don't really see too many storage, just 1 or 2, so we'll probably go with the garden. But let me finish up talking to some of these cats, and then I'll go back in, I'll get the garden I'll get the garden ordered, and then we'll go ahead and keep doing Muffin's little wintry day here. Ah, it is Muffin. Hast thou seen a rabbit run through here? I was just chasing one a moment ago till it got away. 'Tis a shame, really. It would have made for a scrumptious snack. Arthur really likes rabbits, and you can see Arthur has 3 stars as well, so Arthur is also just kind of acquainted with us. Isn't really a friend so much yet, but we're definitely sort of on, you know, a first name basis. So that's Arthur. Jag is not a dateable cat, but we'll go ahead and talk to Jag just because, you know, might as well make friends, especially with the guard, you know, that could be a very useful thing to have. Jag guards the camp from intruders, make sure that no one comes in that isn't supposed to be coming in, all that kind of stuff. And we see Pebble here. Pebble is the final cat that we could potentially date, also at 3 stars right now in friendship. And Pebble says, "What are you up to today?" Word to the wise, don't try swimming through the lake unless you're a very strong swimmer. I like to admire the power of water, but I don't like touching it very much. I'm seeing a lot of people that like Team Garden, that's great. I see a lot of people here that like Arthur. I really like Arthur as well, but Robin is a second choice here that I'm seeing quite a bit as well. Lots of people on Twitch that want Garden as well. I don't see anyone that's voting for storage, so we'll definitely do the Garden, no worries there. It is going to take a couple of in-game days to complete, so I'll get that ordered here right as soon as I'm done talking to Leo. Leo says, "Are you here to discuss the borders? The clouds hold ominous signs today. It is a dark and dreary day. Stay safe as you go." So that's a bit of a downer, but that's alright. That's just Leo's personality. So we're going to come into our den here. We're going to summon Molby with the bell. And when we do summon Molby with the bell, we are going to order the garden. So let's get Molby in here. And Molby asks us if we'd like to visit his shop. And we're going to go for that garden. So it's 400 Mews, which is pretty expensive, but I think Muffin's got it covered. Muffin has quite a bit of extra cash just laying around. So we're going to go ahead and order that. Purchase the garden room for 400 Mew. Yes, please. Okay, so Molby's going to get to work on that. In 3 days, we should have a garden, but you can kind of actually see over here that Molby is going to be actively working on this space for us. Yeah, there he is. There's Molby. So Molby's just doing some stuff out there right beyond our reach. And in 3 days, we should be able to see the fruits of his labor. I see a question, where is Becca? Becca is coming very soon. She's currently at an appointment. She will be back probably within 10-15 minutes here in most likeliness. So she's definitely going to be here. I'm just kicking things off for the stream while she is gone, and then she's going to join us for most of the stream. No worries there. Alright, so Muffin has a couple of things here. Not really a lot of food. There's really just this dove and this licorice root and the turtle. So I'm thinking maybe if we do a little bit of hunting, that would be helpful for Muffin. And maybe we can actually do some hunting in some of these new areas. Oh, golden seal that was just left there. I'll take that. We're going to go into some of these newer areas, especially the Highland, which is this sort of region here. The Highland is a really cool new region that I personally really like. It was one of my favorite to work on. Lots of pine trees and that sort of stuff. So we're going to go here to do a little bit of hunting first off. And again, it is a little bit tricky to find prey during the winter. Especially during the cold months, it seems like a lot of mice and rabbits don't really want to be out so much, but there is one, and we can probably actually just corner him. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just corner him. We'll make it easy. Caught that mouse there. Especially in winter, you want to make sure that you have an easy meal, because once they run away, it's a bit hard to find another bit of prey that's scurrying in the underbrush for you to grab. So I'll be very careful about that. But we're going to come right up here onto this rocky basin, and maybe, just maybe, we'll find some more prey up here. Hoping for like something big like a rabbit or a turtle or something really filling. That way we don't really have to worry about it too much for the rest of the day. But that might not happen. Let's see. What's our hunting at? Muffin has a hunting of 4. That's not spectacular. I'll probably upgrade that just a little bit here. Yeah, so we'll get another level of hunting. Actually, you know what? Let's do 2 levels of hunting just to be safe. And I'd like to get that next level in fighting. We'll probably have to wait off on that for just a little bit here. So we will do that, but only once we have a little bit more XP. I'm thinking after we catch like 2 things or pick 1 herb or something like that, we'll be able to afford that. So we just got that rabbit, which is super good. That's super good for little Muffin here, who needs a lot of food to survive. And it looks like, yeah, there's a mouse right there. That's what my little scent compass was pointing me to. And we got that mouse as well, so we should be able to afford fighting. Yes, we can. We're going to grab that. So now we have level 3 fighting, level 6 hunting, which is pretty respectable for a new cat. This is a pretty recently made cat. We just made this this cat earlier today just so we could use it for the stream. So we're doing pretty good, I think, especially with how many Mews we have at the moment. So pretty happy with that. We are going to head back into camp and maybe do some inventory management here. There's some things that we might just want to sell to Delta, our shopkeeper. That way we could, you know, get some more Mews, but Muffin's not exactly lacking in muse at the moment. Maybe what we want to do is actually give gifts. We could give some gifts to those marriageable cats so that maybe we can get into the romance system just a little bit. Who do you guys think I should be giving gifts to? Arthur, Pebble, or Robin? Let me know in chat as I make my way back. I see a comment about getting my swimming skill up to 9,999. That is not a good idea. There was a little bit of a fun time where we experimented with raising the skills above their natural limit of 10, and it didn't go very well, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. Alright, so Arthur here, and Robin, and Pebble. I'm seeing all three names, this is going to be hard, but let's start with Arthur, because Arthur was the first one I saw. Well, we know that Arthur likes rabbits, so that's going to be real easy. We're going to give Arthur this rabbit, for sure. And Arthur says, Muffin, thy present is most appreciated. Arthur delights in thy generosity. So it seems that Arthur really liked that, so we'll give him this rabbit as well. And yes, same thing, definitely liked that. And then I'm thinking Arthur's kind of like a warrior, kind of like a conqueror, champion sort. So Lavender is probably right up his alley. I genuinely don't remember, even though I made Arthur, so let's see if he likes Lavender. It is a noble thing to give up your worldly possessions. Okay, so that's kind of a neutral response. It's just alright. Arthur didn't dislike the Lavender, for sure, but, you know, we probably could have picked something better for Arthur there. But that's alright. So let's go down to Pebble here. Oh, let's see, what does Arthur want? Let me think. Or what does Pebble want, rather? Pebble might want some of these fireflies. What do you think? Let's try this red firefly right here and see if Pebble likes that. Oh, thanks. That looks neat. Okay, so not a great response, so let's try Valerian just to mix things up a little bit. And same response, so Valerian and fireflies are sort of in the same camp there. Maybe Pebble would like a mouse. Maybe Pebble is hungry. Hey, that looks like something I could find a use for. I really appreciate it. Okay, so that's probably a better response than before, so Pebble probably likes mice. We'll keep that in mind as we go. And then finally we have Robin up here. Let's see what Robin might like. Let's see. Robin probably likes this turtle shell. That's a very rare item. It's very expensive. And we're going to just try that out, see what Robin thinks of it. Hey, Becca is here to join us for the stream. Hey. So for those of you who don't know, this is Becca. She is my wife and the social media / marketing coordinator for Cattails. She does all the QA and runs some of the social media stuff. So Becca is here to join us for the stream, answer some questions, and play Cattails with us.
Yeah.
So right now we are talking to the Cats of the Mountain domain. We ordered the garden room because everyone wanted the garden. I asked them which one they wanted. No one wanted storage. Everyone wanted garden. So we're going to order the garden room. In 3 days it should be built.
Did you save up some plants?
I have not been saving up plants, but that is important. We will need to save up plants, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I won't give away any more of the plants.
Okay, yeah, well I want to hear about like what the plans like are for the stream. Have you told them about that? Like what all we're going to show them in the stream?
Yeah, so I basically told you guys that we were going to be showing off beta footage, some new stuff, some stuff that wasn't even announced previously. So the den upgrades was probably the biggest thing they've seen right now that we've never announced.
Yeah.
Although there is at least one other big thing out there that might show up during the stream that's not been announced at all. So that might pop up. We'll see.
Have you talked about the power pause? That's important.
I've not. No, I've not. So do you want to talk about those while I talk to Robin here?
Yeah, well, you talk to Robin. Okay, so power pods are something that we added into the game, and the best description I can think of for them is Blue's Clues. So if any of you guys watch that, like we did growing up, there's like these paws on things that that pretty much mean that there's like a secret power pod there. And I don't think it would be really fun for us to just point them out in the stream because we know exactly where all of them are.
That'd be
so
cheating.
While you're watching the stream, if you see like a paw print on something, then you guys have to say something in the chat and then we'll interact with it. Yeah, so just look for like little paw prints throughout the stream.
Yeah, they're special little hidden items that give your cat sort of a boost.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of them, so, you know, they could be literally anywhere. I mean, some of them you just straight up buy, but some of them you have to find out in the world. Yep. What are you doing out here, Leo? Oh, just out here to tell me about my diet. And you know what? That's probably pretty accurate advice because I'm currently on 30% hungry. Poor little Muffin could probably use some meat on the bones. So we're going to do some hunting here. I got the hunting skill up to 6, so hopefully that scent radar is going to help us out. Yeah, there we go. So
Okay.
I think that's a mouse or a dove that I've just triggered. Yep, that's a little mouse.
So we're going to show them the den upgrades. We are
Yes,
going to show them
for
power
sure.
paws. Have you told them
We'll
what
try
else?
to if we run into
Have you
one.
told them what else we're going to show them, or is it still like a secret, like they still have to watch, or what?
The event-specific one is still secret.
Okay, I think that we should keep that one secret. I think
I did show them the romance cutscene where Coco shows you the roses, because that was the very first thing that triggered when I loaded up the save file, so kind of hard to avoid that one. But yeah, so everyone has been sort of giving their opinion on which cat we should be romancing, and right now...
Ooh, yeah, what's the opinion? Because I think...
It seems that most people... Oh, right, they're not my allies, they're my
Oh,
enemies.
yeah, don't...
So right now, it seems like most people wanted Arthur, and then Robin was a close second. But the thing is
I
that
love
right
Robin.
now, Robin has one more friendship star than anyone else. So I'm thinking
What was
Robin...
that? I didn't even listen. Arthur was the other one?
Arthur was the
who?
most popular just by a very little bit.
What about Pebble?
Pebble had a couple of supporters, but not too many.
Okay.
So I'm thinking
like
it's
Pebble
definitely between Arthur and Robin. Arthur had a few more supporters, but Robin is frankly a little bit further along. So I'm thinking Robin is the most realistic right now for us to actually, finish during the stream there.
Okay, so we asked their opinion, and then we chose to do whatever the heck we wanted. That's what... That sounds awesome. That sounds like us.
Basically,
Great.
yeah, that's...
Okay,
that's how we
cool.
operate,
Yeah, that's...
We just get your opinion so that we can, like, be
So that we'd be like,
countercultural,
no.
That's
Okay.
our goal here.
Yeah, what about the Mystic Colony?
Haven't shown them anything with that. I haven't gone there, they haven't seen it. I have mentioned it, and I've told them it's coming in the beta, but haven't really shown them anything there. They might get a quick sneak peek taste of that at one point during the stream.
I think that we should show them. I don't think it would be plausible to marry a cat in the Mystic Colony.
They're for sure going to see the cats of the Mystic Colony.
Yeah,
put it that way. That's going to happen at one point. That you know.
Okay.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm following.
So that's
so maybe you won't go visit.
That's
we'll
probably
see.
going to happen.
We'll figure it out.
Alright, so I'm going to catch this mouse, and it's pretty late, so I should probably get Muffin back to bed. I'm so used to, on all of my save files, I get the return home skill like right out the gate, so usually I just stay out really, really late, and then I just warp home whenever it gets late. So poor Muffin here is going to be making a late night trek back to camp to try to get some sleep before tomorrow rolls around. Come on, Muffin, we can do it. We'll just roll along the river here.
Yeah, we call this
nice
the River Highway during winter.
Super
so
winter
I will
highway.
plan where I'm going based off of where the river cuts through in winter.
It is a little bit faster than walking, that's for sure. Alright, Arthur, you're up so late. Alright, there you go, you're going to bed. Jag's going to bed. That means I should probably go to bed.
Yeah. When I said that we probably won't marry someone in the Mystic Colony, it would just take a long time for us to walk over there, get to like date them and all that stuff. That's why for this stream we probably won't.
We would have to get in good graces with the guard of the Mystic Colony.
It would just take a lot more work than somebody in our colony. So,
for sure.
Yep.
We had a few people that wanted Scout, but I kind of told them the same
Scout.
thing.
Yeah, for the same reasons.
As much as I love Scout, it just, for a 2 or 3 hour stream, it's going to be a little bit tricky to pull the... Oh my goodness, it's a blizzard right now. Wow.
Good luck. Henry.
Sorry if you guys can't see anything right now. There is literally a blizzard in game, so that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh my goodness, why are you all outside?
Yeah.
What's wrong? Things can get worse in the winter, says Delta. Oh, poor little Delta.
Aww.
Let's see what Robin says. Have you ever felt such bitter cold before? This winter is harsher than most. Well, yeah, it is. There's a blizzard.
She likes Valerian.
Does she like Valerian?
Well,
but then
they like Valerian.
Do we need it for the garden?
No, who wants to plant Valerian?
That's a good point. Probably this is much more important. Getting Robin on our side. So Robin says, "This is too generous, Muffin. I love these." So yeah, Robin really, really does like Valerian. So we'll go ahead and give Robin both of our Valerian and maybe one other thing if we're really trying to power this through. What do you think? Anything that you think Robin would like in particular?
When I was dating Robin before, I found that they were very picky, and I ended up only giving them Valerian or catnip, so I don't know.
Okay, all right, we'll be safe then. We'll play it real safe. All right, let's see here.
Somebody wants us to play the credits. I think that
the credits.
I think that
play the credits. That's actually not
maybe
a bad
pretty
idea.
late, like when we're just kind of like showing whatever. We might do that because Tyler is extremely good at the credits. Like,
I mean,
I can't unlock some of the things that he does on the credits when I play.
The credits is really cool for those of you who don't know. It's kind of a hidden Easter egg in the game.
Play the credits.
If you have the game and you haven't played the credits, don't watch us, because that's a spoiler. Just go and do it. Hey, I found... Did you leave that?
Oh,
earlier?
yeah. Okay, so sometimes when I play, I pretend that I really am a feral cat in the wilderness, and sometimes feral cats just kill things for fun and leave them.
Becca, like, she'll fill up her inventory.
Yeah, that's really what it is. My inventory was full, so I just left it. I'll kill something and then leave it.
I hate Arthur. That's not very nice.
Aww.
Poor Arthur. Oh, and there's a firefly. Okay, Billy.
There's another
All right,
bird.
Billy, you're going down.
Yeah, sorry.
And there's a crow.
My save file.
Oh my goodness, I am so outnumbered. I'm just gonna take down
you...
Billy. No, I'm not.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
shouldn't mess around with the Mystic Colony.
No. Yeah, the Mystic Colony is really they really want. What is this? The Prairie Northwest. They really want that. So I'm just gonna give it to them. Probably not worth risking poor little Muffin's life over that little border skirmish there. So we're going to run down here to a much more peaceful corner of the world and maybe scout out some of the Mystic Colony's territory, since all their warriors are away, so you might as well.
Yeah, so now's a chance to go see them.
And there's some cool stuff that you can only find in the cold months down here in the swamp, like this thing right here. That is a snake lily, which I think we briefly touched on in the last stream.
About it.
But actually, something that could be cool is once we have a garden, we might be able to plant a snake lily plant if we get enough of those snake lilies right now while it's cold. And the nice thing about the garden in your home is that the plants that you plant there are going to grow all year round. So even if it's like I know marigold usually dies during winter. However, if you have a garden in your house and you have a marigold plant, that marigold plant is going to yield crops all throughout the year. You're always going to have marigold. So especially in the winter, the garden could be a very, very useful upgrade to your house. So we're going to go ahead and rob the Mystic Colony blind of all of their growing vegetation because we are a good cat who abides by the laws of the wilderness.
So how much money? You have a lot of money. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I have a lot. Well, and that's after buying the garden too. So
okay.
Muffin was rolling in the deep. Muffin
I really wanted to get a color when I was playing on the save file. I wanted to get a color from the mountain colony, but I don't remember which one.
You should be able to afford that now.
Yeah, we should get one because I mean they've seen that they can buy the colors, but they haven't actually seen them on the cat.
That's true.
And
that's a good point.
Yeah, it's just my vision for Muffin.
Was it the blue tortoise shell?
No, it was a brown one.
No, I like the blue tortoise shell.
Well, Muffin, I like chocolate muffins,
so
I wanted one that was brown.
Chocolate muffins makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I had a vision.
I'm thinking I'll play through this blizzard, and then when this is over, I'll hand it over to you.
Yeah.
You can play Muffin for a little bit.
That's why I'm here. I just wanted to play some Cattails. So.
I already told them that I irresponsibly played like 3 hours of Cattails earlier today to prep for the stream.
Yeah.
Which, it's all professional, just playing Cattails for QA. Definitely not playing it because I was having a good time.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what else we can find in the wetland/swamp down here. A whole bunch of cool stuff. I mean...
Well, it looks so weird in winter in a blizzard, I think, because...
It's a little strange. Especially hard to see poor Muffin there, all obscured by the fog. But that's alright. That is alright. Tomorrow, hopefully, the snow will let up a little bit. And then we can go talk with Robin, our one true love.
So if I was gonna play this, I don't really care for the setup we have on our computer right now. I can't.
we can fix that.
Can we fix that when we switch? Okay.
We can mess around with that.
I can't even tell what day it is with our setup. So it's cut off.
All right, Mr. Froggy, I need a meal.
That's a hashtag I support.
Give me a meal.
Petal needs love.
Pebble needs love. I love that.
Love.
Yeah, I really like Pebble.
I like Robin better though. I'll be honest.
Well, I like Arthur better for sure. But
I like Robin
maybe
better.
Maybe that's bad because I do really like Pebble too. It's not like it's like choosing my favorite child. Like it's not something that I'm like, oh, I dislike this particular cat. It's just like I have preferences.
No, you can't have a preference over children. I don't think.
Well, no,
I think that's wrong. That's a bad analogy.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that. Like you can't do that.
Oh, okay.
That's wrong.
Okay.
So I can't like. I guess I shouldn't state like, oh, this is my favorite cat.
Yeah, because
that's not legit. I love them all.
Babies,
they're all my children.
So, yeah.
All right, let's go this way, right up this super highway, and maybe we'll get Muffin back inside a little bit earlier today. That way, poor little Muffin can get some warmth from the chilly cold. Ooh, this is a little battle. We can take them. We can take them.
I like his name. It's like error almost. Error.
That's not an error.
Error. That's an error. Report,
Sometimes our
bug
random name generator does some very strange things.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. All right, we just won that battle. All right, so how far away are we? Not too far. Just 2 more tiles north, and then
you should get those berries.
I will get those blueberries. Wait, are they both named Squire? Squire and Squire, are they twins? Stay alert. You never know when an ambush could be launched against us. That sounds like something a Squire would say. What does this Squire say? Sorry, did you say something? Haven't had a good night's sleep in a while, so I'm a little out of it. Well, go to bed, Squire. It's a blizzard.
I wish that all of the other cats in your colony were named Squire, so then you can talk down to them like, "Here, my Squire."
That should be like a
It's
cheat
so
code.
demeaning. It's like
you unlock it, every cat is suddenly named Squire.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get inside. Let's get you some warmth. Poor little guy.
Right now, I'm representing Delta. I think that's her name, right? I keep seeing some pronouns. I apologize.
Delta is, Delta's the black and purple cat that sells you stuff.
Yes, that's who I am today. That's what I would dress up as.
I'm going to go to sleep here, and then we're going to pass off to Becca. She's going to play it for a little while. Let me save this just real fast, and then we're going to take just a quick, like, 1 minute.
Yeah, a little break.
1 minute intermission, more or less, just to fix our setup here, because we have things set up just a little bit strange.
You should turn on the air condition, too. So we'll take like a nice little intermission.
That's it. I think that's all I had to do.
And you should.
So we'll swap.
I'm sweaty,
We'll swap
so
places. Yeah.
Okay. Tyler left, that means that you're stuck with me. Haha. Okay. So now is when I get to take over Muffin and do whatever I want. Take all the hard work that Tyler put into it. And yeah, just take over. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I'll probably be like looking down here because I have a bigger monitor I can look at, which is so much better. Okay. So let's see what's going on. I need to catch up with what's happening. Okay, so I actually did. He was worried about saving up plants. I actually think that we have plenty of them because these are actually piles that I made. So like, I just picked up a bunch of them. So as you can see, I'm a hoarder. So I think we'll be fine with that.
So to give some insight into why she says that she has enough plants, when you get the garden, you need 10 of a particular type of plant to plant that plant. So, for example, you want a golden seal plant, you need 10 golden seal in order to purchase the golden seal plant, if that makes sense. So, that's why you gotta hoard all that kind of stuff. And you can plant berries, too. And even, like, some other things, like roses, you can plant if you really wanted those in your den there, so.
Oh, so, yeah, where are we at in our relationships? Have we gotten a rose yet? And
I don't think that we have a rose quite yet, but you could get a rose, and Robin is at 4 stars at least. So we're looking pretty good there. Something that's going to make that a little tricky is that there's no catnip in winter. So you can't really use that to your advantage.
Yeah.
But you might want to go pick up that color for Muffin.
Yeah, now that I'm here, I'm going to do that. Okay. You can see this. I was hoping you guys would pick the storage unit because this is how I'm having to store my items right now.
Storage is so boring.
But I'm going to sell
we can do that
some
after the
stuff.
garden.
Yeah. I'm going to sell. And there are a lot of upgrades, so like we will not, even if we get like the storage as well, those are just the first 2, there's a lot more you can get.
So I see Tia Confident over on YouTube says, go to the temple. Don't worry, stick around long enough, we will definitely be going to the temple, just not quite yet.
Well, I might go pick up a rose.
Oh, that's true.
I get to do what I want now, I got the controller.
We might be going there before
awesome.
what I was thinking of. But
yeah.
Anyways, that's a side note. You might get to see that. Let's see, what else here? If you guys have any other questions regarding cattails or just directly to us or whatever, feel free to ask them in chat. I'm kind of keeping an eye here on YouTube and Twitch.
I love how you can see their breath, like in winter.
Yeah, it's cute. They're so chilly. Poor kitties. Get him a blanket or something.
I was really afraid. I think Robin might have just friend zoned us because like it's always good to see a friend. Like, oh no, Robin, no.
Yeah, that's so sad. But it's okay. Like,
see,
first
even this, I like to think that all the cats of the mountain domain are my friends, but it's especially true for you. Is that not friend zoning?
That's pretty savage. That's like the definition of friend zoning. Oh no. Poor Muffin. Just trying to get Robin.
Muffin just felt that. Like, oof. Okay, I'm gonna try. I don't know if Robin will like this or not.
Can I get a small description of Muffin and whoever you're going to marry, says Kiyoshi the Ian Wolf over on YouTube. Muffin is a cat that we basically just made for the stream, but we can come up with some sort of a story for Muffin,
well, I'm going to change the color of Muffin real fast, too. That might add to it.
A better muffin-y color.
Yeah.
A more muffin-y color.
I was thinking this tortoise color or
that could be pretty.
Mottled bee color.
Mottled bee is a little dark. That's like a burnt muffin.
Okay, we'll do
tortoise is like a nice golden brown muffin, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling. Perfect. Okay. So we bought the tortoise.
Oh, that's perfect. That's like a chocolate chip muffin.
That's beautiful. It's like a banana bread chocolate chip.
I might change Muffin's eyes as well.
I think the eyes need to be like, I don't know, gray or something. Like what is a chocolate chip here? Brown? No, that just kind of fades in. Black maybe to be like little chocolate chips.
I'm liking gray.
What about black to be little chocolate chips?
Okay,
just try it.
I'll try.
Kiyoshi says, I want to draw a Muffin. So Muffin is probably going for Robin. That is our current plan.
So we'll put them together so you can get a good little picture.
There you go. Aw, it's Muffin and Robin.
So cute.
It's so cute.
Okay, well, I'm going to get Robin to be like our best friend.
Ember Star over on YouTube says, will there be a calico color in the beta? Yes, absolutely. It's not in the alpha, but I saw some requests. It might have been you, I don't remember, asking for a calico color, and I absolutely agree. I think calico is one of the prettiest cat colors, and we didn't have any of them in alpha, which was kind of silly. So Ember will be selling a beautiful calico color in the beta. Okay, let's see. Who should you send the pic to? You can tweet it directly at us, at CattailsGame, or you can email it to cattailsgame@gmail.com. Either of those work. That would be super cool. We would love to see that when you get done with it.
Yeah, we love fan art. That's so cool.
I think after the last stream, we did like all of these big posts because we got so much awesome fan art.
Yeah.
Like people were drawing like all the forest colony cats and all sorts of really cool stuff, and that was a lot of fun to see. If you guys have any of that, we would love to see it. That's some of the best stuff that we get from fans of Cattails. And we love to share that stuff over on our social media pages as well. Is there any grumpy marriageable cats? There's definitely some that are less friendly than others.
Missy might be. Oh, okay.
Missy is a pretty stuck-up sort of marriageable cat, that's for sure. And there's at least one in the Mystic Colony that isn't terribly friendly at first. But they get to be friendly as you get to know them. This guy Ducky says, you got a lot of awesome fan art, and mine, which was not that. And I disagree with that. Your fan art was probably my favorite fan art that we received. Ooh. Should Muffin have a rose in Muffin's mouth on the image?
Yes, because...
That's canon now.
Because Muffin is very romantic. I would say that, like, marrying Robin is actually one of Muffin's major goals. So
that's true.
Yeah.
That's like the main goal of the stream is like ring by spring.
Yes.
I see.
Really good.
Oh, a lot of questions here. Well, Swiggity Swoody over on YouTube is asking, is there going to be a Chrome version? I guess I'm not exactly sure if you mean Chrome the browser, the web browser, or Chrome the...
Like a Chromebook?
Like a Chromebook, yeah, which is a Linux laptop. In both cases, unfortunately, no, there is probably not. Specifically about the web browser one, Cattails is fairly resource intensive. There's a whole lot of stuff going on in the game, and that just wouldn't port very well to a web browser, so we don't really have plans to do that. Cattails will be available for Windows 10, Linux Ubuntu 14, and Mac OS Sierra. So if you have any of those computers, you're going to be able to play Cattails. I guess I'll also take this time, as I haven't actually mentioned this yet. We do have early access, which is available right now. If you missed the Kickstarter and you aren't aware of this yet, we have early access copies of it available through our site right now. You can immediately get access to Cattails, as a matter of fact. You'll immediately get a Steam key to your email if you purchase that. And they are the same early access tiers that we're offering on Kickstarter, which was our Abyssinian Alpha and Burmese Beta tiers. If you go to cattailsgame.com, you'll find a link for early access. That's where you would find that if you're interested.
And to clarify as well, you won't get exactly what I'm playing right now. This is the beta, but you will get this like when we were done like testing it and everything.
Right. That is absolutely
I don't know if you have a
correct.
better descriptor than that.
Yeah, so right now, what's out there is the alpha, which is what most people are playing. What we're playing is our development copy. Some of the features you're seeing right here are not available in the alpha, but they will be available very, very soon. Again, I will reiterate for those who joined us since we started the stream, we are planning on launching the beta September 29th, which is not too far away. That's just a couple of weeks. It's on a Friday. I think that's like exactly 3 weeks from today. Yeah, 3 weeks from today. September 29th, that is our current plan. Again, no promises, we might have to extend beyond that, but we think
Yeah, that's
right
our
now,
goal. I think we're looking good to do that.
we're definitely on track at the moment for September 29th for the beta. And the beta is going to include all of these cool features you're seeing, the map expansion, 2 new colonies, marriageable cats, all that kind of cool stuff, in addition to den upgrades and a couple of other cool things that we actually haven't even shown you guys yet. So you haven't even seen all the new features.
You haven't.
I don't think we found any power paws yet either.
No. And you know, part of that is actually my fault because I forgot where they were. So I was like actually going to go like stand right next to one like nonchalantly, but then I realized I don't even remember where they are. So I'm gonna be like with everyone trying to find one.
I see a really, really good question from Tia Confident over on YouTube. It says, if you buy the game off your website now, will you get the next versions and the full game? Absolutely, yeah. If you get it right now, you're going to get instant early access, but as the beta rolls out, you'll get the beta. As the full game rolls out, you'll get the full game. You will get all of that kind of stuff. It's not just early access, it is also the full game. It's just the full game's not ready yet, so that doesn't come until December. But yes, you will get all of that.
I haven't done like anything fun while I've played. I mean, the whole game's fun, but I haven't done anything like exciting yet. So I'm thinking we're going to go to bed, and then we are going to try to become friends with the Mystic Colony. How does that sound?
That sounds pretty good. I like that idea. So you're going to go up to their borders, basically, and try to give them gifts and stuff?
Yep.
That sounds like a plan. I like that idea a lot, especially since we haven't actually shown off the Mystic Colony's town at all on the stream.
Town. I don't know if I would use the word town.
It's not exactly a town.
I don't have a better word.
It's kind of a village.
I would just say their land.
Village is not a bad
village?
description of it, I guess. It is kind of village-like.
I don't know.
I'm seeing a question, what is the full price of the game and will there be DLC? So the full price of the game is going to be $15. When the game comes out in December, it's $15. That is our plan right now. It's always been our plan. It will continue to be our plan. We want to offer that game very affordably to you. Right now, our DLC plan isn't set in stone. We don't have a plan to release DLC, but if we did, we want to make it sizable, large chunks of DLC. So more info on that after the game releases. Becca has just done something very exciting.
I didn't even do anything exciting. It just happened, you know? Like, I didn't... Don't give me credit. It's like, all I did was go to sleep. Okay, so we have our garden. And I actually haven't... I'm a really bad tester. I haven't tried this out yet. So I'm gonna have to read the manual.
I saw all of you guys in chat saying that Molby was floating off in the void, but no, he wasn't. He was right in here. He was working on this room.
He's in the void. I agree.
So this is the garden
I already
expansion
knew
before you're done.
Okay.
Lots of really cool stuff there. So you have basically 4 plots of land where you can plant any crops of your choice, any growing plants that is. So it looks like raspberries is your first choice. The cool thing about the garden is that whatever you plant, it's going to grow year-round. It doesn't matter what plant it is, it's always going to grow. So Becca has just planted a raspberry bush. You can see it right up there. And that's going to yield raspberries for, I think, every 3 or 4 days, something like that.
Yeah, and that will be really good for having food in winter, so that's why I saved up those.
Yeah, there's some neat stuff you can do with this, especially because they grow year-round.
Oh, I don't have
No, you don't have enough marigold?
1, 2. Did you use some of my marigold?
I didn't use any of it, no.
Okay, I probably just miscounted before.
Because I'm counting 8. It looks like you have 8 marigold.
Well, that's awkward. Does marigold grow in winter? I don't think it does.
It does not.
Okay.
Do you have enough blueberries? You might be able to go get enough blueberries. Or snake lily, because snake lily does grow in winter.
Yeah.
I see Randy Cox over on YouTube thinks we should plant gallows weed.
We should. Yeah, I saw that. It's funny. I just didn't acknowledge it, because I couldn't think of anything funny to say back. I'm not that creative.
Ember Star wants to know, is there going to be alternative modes, such as loner or pet mode? So one mode that's going to be different than colony life is the create your own colony option, which was a Kickstarter stretch goal, which we hit very early on in the campaign, so thank you guys for your support. We are going to make it so that you can actually start your own colony, and what that means is you're going to be able to place a den anywhere in the world that you want that's not a locked region. And then you can start recruiting cats to your colony, but I suppose if you really wanted to play as sort of a loner, a cat that's out there on his own, you could just put your den down and never recruit other cats. So that is definitely going to be an option. That's coming in the full game, not coming in the beta. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be put into place before that features in. Tia Confident wants us to plant valerian for Robin, but unfortunately we don't have 10 valerian.
I really, that would be ideal, wouldn't it, to have just a full thing?
And the other unfortunate thing is that valerian doesn't actually grow in winter. So right now we can't really get a valerian plant going. Winter is not a great time to be planting your garden, but it is a great time to have a garden. Will enemy cats drop items when they are defeated? They drop mews, so you'll get coins for that, which I suppose you could buy items with.
I hope that you don't hear the clicking of me doing this too much. I didn't think about that.
So again, beta is coming September 29th. That is our current plan. So if you were a beta backer on Kickstarter, that's when you'll be receiving your Steam key. Or if you backed us through our website, through the early access options there, thank you so much, first off. And second off, you will automatically receive that beta update through Steam on September 29th. So we're pretty excited about that, because we want to see what you guys think of all this.
Yeah, there's so much new stuff.
There's a ton. I mean, this is a really, really big update. Compared to the alpha, like it's by far the biggest jump in content that we've ever had in Cattails, and possibly they ever will have. There's just so much new stuff going on in the beta. Firefox 986 Gaming thinks that we are currently at max hearts, or max stars with Robin. Did you see if that was right? Because if we are, we might as well.
I didn't even check. I'm not that good at romancing. Muffin's really not good at picking up, like, social cues and stuff, so he didn't realize.
Muffin.
I keep using pronouns, and I apologize. Muffin didn't realize.
Alright, so Muffin's got this red rose here, which Coco informed us earlier. If you missed it, it was way earlier in the stream. Coco came and basically told us that red roses are how you show romantic interest in another cat. So Muffin's going to go and check that out, and I don't know, were you going to stop by the Mystic Colony first?
Yeah,
or
that's what I'm trying to decide. Yeah, I will. Oh hey, someone said it. Okay, paw print. I was just kind of like I'm just gonna go in this. That's why I hesitated. Maybe they saw it from a hesitation.
There is a paw print right there.
Yeah, so this one's a fun one. There's actual multiple paw prints in this place. So I'm just gonna go around and step on all of them. They're on all 4 trees.
Right, so Muffin goes around to find all the blues clues. And that chime is a good sign. That means that we did something very good. And right there you can see it. That is a power pod that's floating right there in the middle of the temple. You found a power pod. You're filled with vigor by the ancient token. Your maximum health is increased.
Yeah, so power pods are a way to increase your maximum health. So now, like, you can see I have 105, which is really good to have.
Every power pod.
I'm so glad somebody saw it. I was starting to worry.
I didn't even see it there. Like that was some excellent power paw sleuthing work.
Now you know like the type of things to look for. So
every power paw can be acquired exactly once, and there's a lot of them throughout the world. So you can get a lot of extra health for your cat if you really know what you're looking for. Ooh, Ooh, there's some snake lily.
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
some of your cats.
I need to run away.
Oh no, those aren't your cats.
Those
are
aren't
forest.
We aren't forest
Those
colony.
are forest colony. I'm so not used to seeing them as enemies. I always just see them and think like, oh, look at those friendly cats right
they
there.
were not friends. They were gonna come get me.
They were not coming to be your friend, that's for sure.
Okay, I need to check the map again. Oh, okay, I was
Very, very close. So, Muffin is approaching the Mystic Colony. This is the first time that we're showing any footage, aside from a single screenshot, of this particular colony. You can't just walk in here. This is the Mystic Colony. We don't easily accept outsiders from another colony. All visitors to the Mystic Colony must go through me. Oh, you're twins.
Oh, we
Oracle
are
and
twins!
Muffin, you're twins.
No. No, Oracle, why
You should
won't
already
let
feel
me?
like
Yeah,
a
we have this
bond.
connection, and Oracle won't let me in.
It's a really special connection right there. Something magical is happening right now.
Yeah. They're like staring each other down because they have different eye colors.
Are Muffin and Oracle like canonically like long lost siblings?
I think they might be, but Oracle's just been through a lot, and so Oracle doesn't recognize Muffin, and now Oracle's all like, "No, you can't." And
Can't come in here.
It's rough. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got that weird mountain domain smell on you right now.
Yeah.
So I think
Okay.
your reputation with Mystic Colony is probably 0.
Yeah. Well, let's. Do you want to give them the snake lily that we just stole? Or
Let's-
no, because we're saving those up. Let's.
Well, you could say that you gathered it for them to bring to them and save them the trouble.
Sure.
All right, so
We'll give 'em this
Oracle
turtle.
is going to accept that turtle meat. Our colony thanks you for this great gift. And now you have 3.4%
That's not
reputation,
much.
which really isn't much.
We're gonna have our work cut out for us to get in here.
A good gift,
Okay.
5.4. Yeah, ooh, this is gonna be a long time.
Do you think
Especially
they'd-
since one of the
What if I
best
give
gifts.
them the red rose?
I don't think the red rose is
they
worth
wouldn't-
much to them because they.
Okay.
When you're giving a gift to a colony, the system is built very much so to reward practical gifts, things that'll help the colony in some way.
Yeah.
They're not
Ooh,
really
here,
into
let's just-
baubles so
let's look
much,
around.
except catnip. They love catnip because
All
they're
these,
cats.
all these cats we want to be friends with, but we can't. Ugh, okay, we don't want to go that way because Oracle will see us.
I'll also point out almost
Stares
all of
down
these
again.
cats are custom cats that were provided by backers, maybe even some of you watching right now. So there's a lot of really, really awesome cats in here. The only one that
Just
was
wanna
made
talk to
by us was Oracle. All the other cats you're seeing, those are custom NPCs provided by some of our Kickstarter backers who are just incredibly creative in coming up with some of these
Yeah.
concepts. Very, very happy with how the Mystic Colony came together.
Oh, okay, Oracle's going over there.
Oracle's on the
so
move.
Let's try going in here.
You're gonna sneak
then.
in there.
Yeah.
No, Oracle's
No.
too fast for you.
Oracle is not taking it.
Not having it today.
Okay.
Not at all having it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to work hard to become friends with all of them.
It's going to be a long uphill battle, especially in winter,
Yeah.
when items and herbs and prey is already scarce. But I'm sure they would very much so appreciate having some extra food and herbs around the camp when it's, you know, in these really dark, trying times for them.
Yeah.
They still want us to do the credits.
What is this? I don't know what this is.
It's like a giant pile that you must have dropped.
Oh,
there
it is.
earlier. Like a giant cat stash. There's a
This
mouse.
is my cat.
There's definitely a mouse.
It's glowing.
How much did you leave?
I forgot. I was
That's
really
incredible.
confused because
You don't even have enough
glowing.
inventory. You'll have to come back.
I remember that now.
That's incredible.
I had my inventory full and I was frustrated that my inventory was full because it was like a new save file and I'm used to having a lot more inventory slots. And so I just unloaded. I was like, I'm done with this. I just unloaded everything there.
I see Emberstar on YouTube says, "Who's Plague Cat?" You should be asking this guy Ducky, who is in the chat right
Yeah, he'll
now.
let
This
you
guy
know.
Ducky is the one who created Crampy. And Crampy is awesome. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, Crampy might be one of my favorites.
I think when the beta launches, everyone is going
It's not
to
gonna-
adore Crampy or be freaked out by Crampy. That's a
One
possibility
of the
too.
two.
One of the two. One of the two. I'm more in the adoring camp, but I totally understand those in the second camp.
Okay, let's eat something. I guess we have a lot of these, but they aren't worth that much, so we're just gonna eat them. And same with the raspberries.
Okay, let's see here. If you guys have any other questions regarding Cattails, really anything regarding Cattails, doesn't have to be beta specific. Feel free to just post those in chat, and we'll see if we can get around to them.
Mm-hmm.
So in the beta, there will be nine marriageable cats, which is pretty exciting, especially since right now in the alpha you can't marry any of them. So there's a whole bunch of new stuff coming with the beta. Especially if you have already played the alpha and you already have a fairly advanced save file with lots of mews and lots of items and all that kind of stuff and good friendship relations with other cats, you're going to find a lot of new stuff to do in the beta. You know, you're going to be able to explore new areas, you're going to be able to take on new mining challenges, which we haven't really talked about. You're going to be able to marry whatever cat of your choice, upgrade your den, forge relationships with other colonies. There's just, I mean, there's so much. That's not even all of it. So, tons of new content there. And I will say, if you're starting a new cat, you're actually going to be able to choose which colony you want to join up with from the very start. So you're not restricted to being in the forest colony. You can start in the mountain.
We have a new title sequence as well, so you should check that out
Lots
when
of
beta happens.
Really, really good new art. Is there any... Hyena over on YouTube says, Tyler, is there any Cattails-like lore, or is it all really up to us? So we have some plans in the works to introduce some form of a main story. That will likely come with the full game. Anything in the main story would be, I guess, lore related to Cattails, but aside from that, it really is up to you guys. The first primary goal of Cattails is really to provide an open world that you guys can decide what to do with. We don't want to restrict that history or even to make it a terribly detailed history, because that's just not an important priority to us right now. We're really more into getting something that's fun, you know, that's our goal. Okay. Whitestorm29 says, hey, do you know the date of the beta? We are planning on September 29th.
This is an important moment, because Muffin needs to get the guts. He's really... I use the pronoun again. Muffin's
pretty nervous.
Really nervous right now. Going to go ask Robin out. So...
Wish us luck!
You can do it, Muffin.
Muffin, you can do it. We got your back, Muffin. I'll be your wingman.
Okay.
Oh no. What can I do for you, Muffin?
Let's talk.
Oh, chickened out. I like to imagine Robin is just like looking at Muffin, holding this rose. Like, what are you doing with that, Muffin?
Nothing. Okay.
Alright. Oh, Muffin, is this for me? You're giving this to me? That's great. I'd be happy to date you, Muffin. Be seeing you around. Whew.
We did it.
Success. So Robin is now dating Muffin. So you can see that Robin's name has actually changed to pink there, which indicates they're in a romantic relationship with each other. Hey Muffin, I was just thinking about you. It makes me so happy to be dating you, dear. And you can see...
goodness, we've been dating for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's a little fast. A little fast there, Robin.
Call me dear.
You can see that Robin actually right now in the dialogue box has a white heart in the bottom right. That's going to track your progress as you date, from white being, you know, just started dating, not really that committed, all the way up to red. And when they're red, that means they're very committed, they're very interested in a long-term relationship with you, all that kind of stuff. So as you give them gifts, as you talk to them throughout the days as they go by, you're going to advance that dating relationship, just like the friendship system, but in a more romantic regard.
Yeah, and I think someone asked, like, do we need to make a new save file when we get this beta update? And the answer is no. So, but you should just need titles.
Your old save files will still work.
Yeah, they'll still work. In fact, it'll be like really helpful if you're already, like, let's say that you know that you want to marry Scout, and you already have 5 stars for Scout in your alpha version, then when beta comes out, you can just go ahead and, like,
you're all set.
Get him a rose. And, yeah.
Yeah,
I said M as an EM.
You could prepare. I see a question from Kiyoshi the Yin Wolf asking, are they married? So not yet. They're not actually married yet. They're just dating at the moment. Marriage comes later. So they, at this moment, are romantically interested in each other, but they aren't quite married at the moment. That's something that will come into play a little bit later in the game. And that will be part of the beta too. You will be able to marry cats. Randy Cox over on YouTube asks, can you date more than one cat at a time? Yes. Yes, you can.
You cannot marry more than one cat, though.
Correct. But you can date more than one, and if you end up
So
marrying
where's
one,
the moral line?
your other significant others won't be very happy with you, that's for sure. They don't like players. Marry everyone, says Michael Smith. You could marry 5 of them, since you have 5 save files.
Well, yeah.
Alright, let's see here.
Checking my map. We're trying to become friends with the Mystic Colony, but I don't really have that many great gifts to give them. Ugh. Not even that
the toad got away. What do you have on you right now? What's Muffin got?
I don't even know. I didn't even check.
Oracle's
it's me,
here to stop
Oracle,
you again.
it's me.
It's your sibling. I come to give you great news. I'm dating now. But Oracle just doesn't even care. So that catnip is an exceptionally good gift.
We're going to give the catnip.
Oracle will take a bribe. So you just went up by like 10%.
Yeah, that's great.
That's pretty good.
We're looking much better now.
I know Marigold is well appreciated, but I don't know how much. Great gift. Okay, 3%, which isn't terrible. It's pretty good, all things considered. What's the difference? Let's see here. How do you marry? Yeah, so you date someone by giving them a red rose. You will marry them by giving them a shiny trinket, which is something that isn't part of the game at this exact moment in time. On Becca's save file. It is part of the game, it's going to be in the beta, all that, but it's something that unlocks as time progresses in the game. You have to get to a certain date, and then the shopkeepers will carry them, and then you purchase them. They're very expensive, and you use them to propose to your significant other cat. So that's going to be something that's going to roll back around. Maybe we'll get to that in the stream. I don't know exactly how far we're going to get. I kind of doubt it. That's a pretty far into the game thing, but if we get there, that would be pretty cool to explore.
Yeah, I mean, you can try to.
The other thing is that they're fairly expensive, so even if we get to that point, Muffin better be saving up some Mews. I think they're 300 Mews, so we could afford it at the moment, but, you know, if we make any other big purchases.
That's because we cheated to have more money for the stream.
Oh, speaking of which, speaking of money, now that the garden is complete, we could get that storage room if you wanted to do that.
Oh.
Just a thought.
Yeah, why not?
Sure. So next time you're in town, maybe.
Yeah. Really, right now, what I'm doing is looking for more power paws to walk by. But I don't remember where they are.
I can think of 1 or 2 if you head very far to the west.
But you can't. No, don't let them know. You can't. You can't make
west
it too.
West is fine. You're on the east side of the map.
You can't make it too obvious. Like, yeah.
Very far west. That's all I'll say.
Okay. Actually, I think I remember a couple of them.
Let's see here. Any other questions? I see one question. Will there be genders for the player? So the player does not mechanically have a gender. You don't choose male, female, whatever gender for your cat. You just sort of decide what it is. And the main reasonings for that is we don't want to restrict what cats you're able to date. So we actually don't give a mechanical gender to any of the cats in the entire game. None of the dateable cats have a mechanical gender. None of the player cats have a mechanical gender. You're free to just pick whichever one really suits you best and then pursue that cat. And we don't want to provide a canonical official gender for any of those because we want everyone's gameplay to be, you know, we don't want to restrict features from anyone really.
Yeah, so whenever I accidentally use pronouns, it's just me, like, what I choose in my mind for them. It's not, that's what they are in the game, it's just...
Right, that's just our way of categorizing it in our current save file. But none of them officially are male or female or whatever. It's completely up to you, the player. That's a good question. This guy Ducky says, does Cattails have a wiki yet? No, there is not a wiki at the moment. No one's made one, we haven't made one. However, I will point to our forums. It's cattailsgame.proboards.com. If you go to the forums, there's a ton of super, super cool stuff that people have been compiling for us. Like, someone's made a social guide to what certain cats like what items, which is going to be kind of broken when the beta launches because that system's been overhauled a lot. But someone made a very in-depth, very good color guide as well that teaches you how to get every color for your cat and where to get them and how much they are, all that kind of stuff. So if you go to the forum right now, that's sort of serving as an intermediary wiki while people are figuring out things and figuring out how to play the game. Again, cattailsgame.proboards.com. Feel free to join up with our community. You can chat with people about the alpha, about the beta, chat with other fans of Cattails. It's a lot of fun. And we both like to interact personally with a lot of people over in the forum as well. So that's just a good way in general to join up with the community and sort of be a part of this game while it develops.
Muffin's eyes are black like chocolate chips.
Yeah, Muffin's a little, I don't know.
A little muffin.
Banana bread, chocolate chip
No,
muffin
not
or something.
banana.
Just chocolate chip, okay. A little bit burnt on the underside there. But
Yeah,
it's
that's
alright.
what. Yeah, a little
It's
bit
like
of
a
burnt
fudge,
muffin.
like a fudge chocolate chip. I don't know, with some toffee in there, maybe.
Yep.
Muffin's a cute cat.
Yeah. We need to get ourselves a muffin.
Whitestorm29 asks, sorry if it's already answered, but will you two have a little baby in this stream? We will not. That is something we are planning for the beta, but it will not be in the stream because it's not in our current dev copy. We're basically using the rest of the month to finish a couple other systems, get some bug tests done, and then hopefully work on the kitten system. But again, no promises on that. We do plan at this moment to have kittens in the beta, though, when that launches.
I'm just getting a bunch of roses for no reason, really. Just messing around.
They're cool. And if you get 10 roses, you can actually plant a rose bush in your den, just like you could plant anything else, and then you'd get a pretty little red rose every day. Could be fun for, you know,
Yeah.
decorative purposes. Michael Smith says, I have every coat color in the alpha. That's impressive.
That's really cool.
That's really good. Do you have all the ones from the credits? Because there are 4 in the credits. Those ones are a little bit hard to get. And what I will say is that if you have all of them in the alpha, that's awesome. You're going to be on a great starting point for the beta. But there's about 3 times as many colors in the beta, so you're going to have your work cut out for you come September 29th.
Oh, there's a battle going on, but I just want to catch that mouse. Okay, let's go scope it out. Oh no, okay. There's only one. We can deal with Captain, even though he probably was like the strongest one out of that group.
Kyoshi the Yin Wolf asks, can you sell roses? You can, however, roses are very common. There's a new rose every day at that bush. So they aren't worth that much if you sell them. They're definitely more of a symbolic token of love. So I think they only sell for like 1 mew. But you could sell them if you really wanted to. So you're going down to go visit your friends?
Mm-hmm.
Your brother? Your
My
sister?
brother,
sister?
my
Your
brother,
sibling?
my brother's sister sibling.
Your sibling Oracle over at the Mystic Colony. Is there cat armor to protect you in battles?
I wish.
That would be cool. If you get power paws, that's kind of like armor because it increases your health. So I guess if you collect up power paws, you could imagine that's armor.
If we had a real cat, I would totally try to put like some chainmail armor on it, like try to like make some.
If you guys haven't Googled like cats in armor, you need to right now. You're missing out on life.
Yeah, like that was meant as a joke, but we're
serious.
We're serious.
That's legit.
Horrible.
Oh, I'm sorry. Kyoshi, not Kiyoshi. My apologies. I see a comment about cattails and the price and all that kind of stuff, and I understand it can be a little bit expensive, and you know, it's a game, so it's going to cost some money. And really, the reason for that, just to be completely transparent with you, is because making a game takes a ton of time and a ton of effort, and we pay our composer and our artist a lot of money, so it's an expensive endeavor from the start. I work full-time on this, and we need to be able to pay rent, we need to be able to eat food, so we do charge for cattails, but we're trying to keep it as minimal a cost as possible. We're trying to keep it as accessible as possible, but frankly, if the game was free, it would not exist because we wouldn't be able to justify spending all of our time and effort into making it. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense.
Oh no, I meant to hold that.
Oh.
Oh, we're so close. I think we might actually be able to come in.
Chris, I see your message in chat. That is exciting.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, Oracle's gonna let you right in there. Good job.
He's gonna be keeping a close eye on us because he almost recognizes us. Almost.
Well, because he's worried you're gonna be like a doppelganger and go around doing bad things and pretending to be him.
Hey, who
or
should-
she. I don't know.
Who should we talk to?
Oh, you should
first?
just skate on the lake.
Yeah, just.
That's all you should
like,
do.
Ha, I made it in. This is all I'm gonna do. Like,
Just gonna skate around a little
look
bit.
at me, everybody.
So yeah, if you become good enough friends with a colony's guard, or with the colony itself, they're going to let you come in at first. And so if you come into the colony's town center there, you can talk to people, but at first you can't use their services. You unlock that later by becoming even better friends with them, and then eventually, if you become even better friends with them, they're actually going to let you join up with them if you want to, and that'll move your den over, all that kind of stuff. Any upgrades you purchased, all that kind of stuff is going to come with you, so no worries there if you change colonies. Just an idea for you, when the beta starts, if you are in the forest colony but you like one of the other colonies, you could become friends with them and then join them, and you're not going to lose any of your progress. You're just going to transfer colonies, if that makes sense. Oh, it's Crampy, my favorite. I love Crampy. You're gonna talk to Crampy here, aren't you?
And do not worry, I'm not a bird.
I think Crampy's a bird.
Although, when I had that concussion, I did think I was. Oh, goodness.
I see a question about where to find roses. Starting in the beta, you will be able to find them at the Sacred Temple, but only after Coco comes and talks to you about it. They don't actually grow until a certain point in time in the game. Tia Confident says that that Mossy is a reference to Moss Leaf, I would guess. Someone was watching Sari Pixel Biologist. So actually, Mossy in the game is Siri's cat that she backed us on Kickstarter. She got a custom NPC and used that custom NPC reward to create Mossy in the game, which is super cool. Siri has an awesome YouTube channel. You guys should definitely check it out. She has great Cattails Let's Plays. Great channel. You should subscribe to her. But yeah, she created Mossy for the game, and so we put Mossy into the Mystic Colony. Actually, yeah, again, all of these cats that you're seeing right here, all of these are custom cats in the Mystic Colony, with the exception of Oracle. So yeah, that's Slip.
I really like Slip.
Slip is a good cat. And Slip is one of the dateable cats as well.
One thing to keep in mind when you're trying to decide what cat you're going to date is when we do the kittens, the color of your kitten's fur is going to be based off of what your color is and what, cat you married color is. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Tyler left, so now I have to try to think of cool things to say to you guys. Oh no. This is Savannah. Savannah's also part of the Mystic Colony. They just happened to walk out here. Oh, now they're going back. Yeah, I got left alone and panicked.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
So what is
Tyler does all the talking and I just get to play the game.
what is Muffin's goal right now? What are you trying to accomplish?
Okay, so we want to continue dating, I already forgot, Robin. Dating Robin. And,
You can't forget your own
that's
significant
horrible.
other's name.
That's horrible. I had to think about it. I was just thinking about Savannah when, yeah, okay, anyways. You're going to date Robin, and I don't know what else.
Okay. All right. Ooh, there's a
we're going
blue
to
jay.
catch
That's
this blue
rare.
jay. That's what we're going to
So,
do.
ooh, you should jockey around to the other side. That way, if it runs away.
No, I'm going to get it.
Nice, 1
Yay.
pounce. You got that, blue jay. If you aren't aware, blue jays are incredibly rare. They're a very, very rare type of bird that only comes on certain map areas and, again, very rarely. So if you can catch one, they make great gifts. They also are worth a lot of muse, or you can just keep them as trophies because it's hard to come by them, and definitely hard to catch them as well. So Muffin did a very, very good job there. Muffin, you're so poor.
Yeah, Muffin's poor now.
Because you purchased the storage, that's right. So it is the 7th of winter, which means the storage would be done in what, 2 days?
I
Something
wasn't
like that?
paying attention.
Do you want to switch off, or do you want to keep playing as Muffin?
I want to keep playing as Muffin.
Okay,
You,
alright.
you just know that something exciting is going to happen, and so you want to switch.
I'll
but
wrangle
it's
Chad up
not-
here.
That's not fair.
So yeah, Becca has purchased the storage upgrade. It's another room upgrade for your den. If you guys are joining us and didn't see before, you will be able to upgrade your den in the beta, which is pretty exciting. So you're not just confined to that single room that you were in the alpha. You'll be able to get awesome functional improvements like the garden, which we are already using to grow some of our own plants. Get that mouse.
Yeah, we're gonna go on this side of the map to kind of look for some power pods.
I got him trapped.
Oh, okay, we should
He's
go.
trapped in
we
that
should get
corner. Go get that
Oh,
mouse.
yeah.
Nowhere to run.
Perfect.
That is perfect.
That's my favorite way to hunt.
It's a little unfair, don't you think?
I don't think so.
Ooh, I will be checking my email in just a little bit. Thank you, Kayoshi. I'm just gonna pull out my phone real fast and see if anything's happening on Twitter.
I don't think so.
Probably not.
We aren't
but,
that
you know,
cool. People tweet
It,
us.
it did last time. I can dream. So that hole in the cliff is actually the canyon mine, which is in the alpha and will be continuing to be in the beta and the full game. And it's a full mining system where you can delve into procedurally generated mine levels and fight nasty critters down there and mine for gems and all sorts of cool stuff. And that system's actually going to be expanded in the beta. We haven't gone in depth as to what that means, but you'll see it when the beta launches for sure. Icy Dreams asks, do you have a Cattails Instagram? We do not have an Instagram. That is one of the only major social media sites that we don't have. But we do have a Facebook, which we post most of our updates to. And probably the one we update most frequently is actually our Twitter, which is at Cattails Game. So if you have a Twitter, you should definitely follow us on Twitter. Getting some good hunting in tonight.
Yeah, oh
That's
no!
good.
I'm gonna have to make a big pile
Eat
on
the
the
blue jay!
ground. No, you please. Oh, maybe I was gonna save this up. Oh well.
Oh, Hyena says, weird, because I saw a Cattails ad on Instagram. So Instagram and Facebook are actually owned by the same company. I don't know if that's common knowledge, but we were running a Facebook ad, and because when you run a Facebook ad, Facebook owns Instagram, they also allow you to run the ad on Instagram. Mary Robin. We are trying, Michael Smith. We are trying.
Yeah, we'll do our best.
We're getting there. We're dating Robin at the very least. Are you still at Whiteheart with Robin?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because it's winter, and winter is not the easiest season. That's what I'm blaming it on. Not on my skill or what I'm doing, of course.
It's just hard to, like, find enough food for
Yeah.
one.
And then, well, really, Robin likes valerian, and valerian doesn't grow this season. So.
And neither does catnip, and yeah, all the good gifts are gone. And there's no bugs, so you can't fall back on that as gifts. It really is kind of a hard time, but there's only 2 more days of winter, so that's kind of exciting.
Okay, I'm gonna start heading back. I'll take the highway.
And actually, there's some exciting stuff that's probably going to happen right around the end of winter, I would imagine. I won't really go into depth as to what that is, but if you guys stick around for probably another 15-30 minutes,
you'll
see.
That's honestly, like, keep asking my goals. I'm like, just to get to that. that's my real goal.
Not too much longer now. Not too much longer. Oh, I just got an email from Kayoshi.
Yeah, let's see.
Labeled Muffin gets friend zoned. Aw.
That's
so cute.
Good.
I love that. Do you mind if we post that over on our Twitter? Would that be alright?
That is really good.
Yeah, that's really cute.
I love the rose.
Yeah. Aw. The rose especially makes it.
Yeah.
Aw, you're such a good friend, it says. Aw, poor Muffin's getting friend zoned.
Such a good friend.
That's great. Yeah, we love Cattails fan art. That's good stuff. Awesome. We will post that over on our Twitter after the stream.
Yeah. Okay.
Poor little Muffin's probably so tired. It's 3 a.m.
Yeah, we're going straight to bed. It's because I was busy walking by some power paws, but nobody said anything. So.
Did you really? I didn't even notice.
It's alright though, because it is winter, which I think they're harder to see in winter, to be fair. So don't feel bad.
That's probably true. Some of them are really, really sneakily hidden.
Yeah.
A little bit hard to see. But that's intentional.
And I think it might actually be harder for those who have alpha too, because I was walking by a lot of areas that were in the alpha, so they're probably like, oh, we've seen this before, like.
Yeah, we've put some of those into pre-existing areas, so they're not all in the new areas. We've spread them out over the entire map. Oh, you're gonna give Robin the Blue Jay?
Yeah, because
Whoa,
I love Robin.
That's serious stuff.
Yeah, we're pretty serious.
Pretty serious. Totes serious.
Okay, so still light heart, but...
I'm sure you did some damage on that.
The other thing I'm going to try to do is just become friends with some of the other cats, because if you're friends with the other cats, they will attend your wedding. So I'm trying to do that as well.
Kaylee James asked, will you show what the kittens will look like in this video? We don't even know if we'll get to the marriage in this video, because it's a fairly long process in order to get to that point. No, kittens will not be in this video. They're still planned for beta, no worries there. But they aren't in this current development build of the game that we're running. Okay, so Leo is just alright with those mice.
Yeah.
I like Robin, or Arthur. I think Arthur should be invited to the wedding. You know, if we make it to the wedding,
if we make it to the wedding,
that's going to be quite the process.
I'll be up all night.
We've got to get, in order for that to happen, we need to get Robin all the way up to Red Heart, which is the highest level of romance, and that takes some time to do.
And we have to be able to afford a shiny trinket.
And we need 300 Mews.
Yeah.
Which is not easy to come by.
It'll be fun.
On the bright side, your storage is almost done, I think. Probably. I don't know. Someone in chat has probably been keeping a closer eye on it.
Yeah, they're probably like, it's already done, you just walked by it or something, because
Randy Cox on YouTube thinks that you should date Arthur as well.
I don't want to date more than one cat.
And be a player.
Because Muffin didn't quite have the heart to just go up to Robin and ask Robin out. Like, it took quite a bit for Muffin to do that, so I don't think it would happen with Arthur.
For anyone who's saying that they have to take off, thanks so much for joining us. It should be hosted completely, the whole thing, on YouTube after this is over, so don't worry too much. You will be able to watch it probably starting, I would imagine, tomorrow or tonight sometime. The full thing should be up as a video on our channel, so no worries there. I've seen a couple of questions throughout the night as to how long the stream is. We don't have an exact answer for you. It'll probably be kind of like the last stream, and the last stream was about 3 hours, so this one's probably going to be, I don't know, 2-3 hours, somewhere in there. It's definitely going to go at least till 9. It probably won't go later than 10:30-ish, so there's probably still another good hour or two left in the stream. Really, it's just as long as you guys want to hang out with us, you know. This is just our fun way of spending Friday night with you guys and showing some new Cattails features. Someone says you shouldn't marry the first cat you date. I disagree.
We should date every single cat at the same time and then see how they all feel about that when I choose to marry one of them.
So sad. I'm gonna break all their hearts. That is a thing. If you're dating multiple cats, which is an option if you want to be devious, and then you end up marrying one of them, well, your other significant others aren't gonna be very okay with that. They're probably going to be very, very upset with you. Hey, there's some blueberries and snake lily. Get your garden going a little bit.
I'm looking for a specific thing, but I can't find it.
So let's see. I'm just going to go over some of the announcements just one more time for anyone who's joining us or who didn't catch them earlier. First off, the beta. is scheduled to launch on September 29th. That is a Friday. That is exactly 3 weeks from today. It's a little bit ahead of schedule, and we are currently on track for that. So that's exciting news. If you're an early access backer, you should be getting the beta on September 29th. Exciting, exciting stuff there. But you should definitely follow us on social media for all the latest news on that, all the latest updates. We have a Facebook page and a Twitter, which we will for sure be updating to let you guys know an exact date as we get closer. But again, September 29th is what we're aiming for. We hope to have that into your hands by that date. The other thing is that early access is currently available. If you missed the Kickstarter or have a friend that missed the Kickstarter, we are offering the Kickstarter tiers that provide early access. We're offering those through our website. Go to cattailsgame.com, click the early access link, and you can find all the details there. You get Cattails plus a bunch of really cool deluxe features that you don't get if you just get the standard version. So definitely worth checking it out if you are interested at all in playing Cattails a little bit before everyone else. So let's see here. Muffin is heading towards the Mystic Colony.
Yeah.
Is that your plan right now?
Yep.
We go meet your sibling, your long lost sibling Oracle.
Mm-hmm. That's the plan.
Kaiyoshi says, "Oh, so it's important to befriend other cats. I usually just rush to the marriage." So it is. If you befriend other cats, not only are they going to attend your wedding if you're friends with them, which is kind of fun and makes the wedding a lot more special, but as you befriend them, you're going to unlock new dialogue with them. You can kind of learn some of their backstories that way. And another thing, if you're greedy, I guess, and in it for yourself, if you're good friends with a cat, they will sometimes offer you gifts as you talk to them, just free stuff that, out of the kindness of their heart, they want to give back to you. So that's kind of a lot of the reasons that you would become good friends with a cat. Aw, being nice to Mossy, that's good. And there's Alyssa. I like how Alyssa, this was very creative. Alyssa actually has 2 different colored eyes. One of the eyes is blue, one of the eyes is green, and I really like that. Oh, so Savannah is the shopkeeper of the Mystic Colony, and right now, Rebecca cannot actually access Savannah's shop, but that's something that we could unlock if you became better friends with the Mystic Colony.
Yeah, is that something you would want to see? Should I try to become closer friends with the colony?
Yeah, we could show that off. If some more time was invested in that, we could definitely check out Savannah Shop.
Okay, have to find Oracle.
There's Oracle. The leader of the Mystic Colony is actually Alyssa, and something interesting about Alyssa is that Alyssa is both the leader and a dateable cat. You are able to marry Alyssa as well. Going up in status with the Mystic Colony here. 35%. I think it's once you hit 50% that they start letting you use their services, which is their doctor and their shopkeeper. And am I missing one? No, just those 2. Dirkwe over on YouTube asks, how would a cat achieve the custom colony? So the custom colony is something that's coming probably with the full game. It's not in the beta right now. We don't have too many details to share about that just yet.
Yeah, just checking the map. I was a little bit lost.
You're seeing how much of your scent has wafted into the Mystic Colony's territory there.
Yeah.
So late. 9:30.
Yeah, Muffin is not afraid of the dark. Muffin likes to explore.
Great Dane 45 over on Twitch asks, will you be able to use the coats that the kittens get? That is our plan. So your kittens will have a custom color that is sort of based around the colors of both of the parents. And we're currently planning that if you have a kitten, you're going to be able to use the color that your kitten is, which is kind of a neat little feature. It's going to give you some really unique colors because there's so many possible combinations there to really play around with.
Yeah, okay, let's head home. I lied. Muffin is afraid of the dark.
It's spooky.
Actually, we might have... Well, okay, we can't equip them until we get home.
Return home would be a good skill to have.
I think, yeah, I'll go ahead and get it. Okay.
I have a question here from Melinda Silva over on YouTube asking, would custom colonies have their own services? And by services, I assume you mean shopkeeper and doctor. If you're playing in a custom colony, you will absolutely have some way to access a shopkeeper and some way to access a doctor, yeah. Kayoshi asks, is it possible to backwards marry? I'm not exactly sure what you mean.
Oh, maybe they mean, I know in some games there's like a reverse proposal. So like instead of Muffin giving the shiny trinket, if you become like really good friends, then maybe
I see.
they will ask you. That could be what they're asking.
If that is the question, no, not at the moment. That is not a feature. And it's not really in the plans. Okay, so Muffin is headed back home, and maybe, just maybe, when you get home, the storage will be done. We'll see. Now that it's tomorrow.
I can finally clean up my den.
Shorty Soldier has asked that question a little bit more straightforward. Can other cats propose to you? Is Shorty Soldier's question. Not at the moment. It's not really in the plans.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do that.
Hey, it is done. There's your storage.
So I'm gonna try and pick up some of this stuff. How many berries do I have? I keep using.
Poor Muffin's gonna go shove some stuff into storage crates late at night.
Yep.
So the storage room is another one of the upgrades that Molby will offer to you. And these storage crates, you get 4 of them. They're very large, and you can use them to store any items that you want in any order that you want. It's really up to you what you do with them. The storage crates have sorting as well, so just cool stuff there. So, like, I personally am probably going to have a crate for all of my food, and I'm going to have a crate for all of my herbs. Probably a crate for trophies, like blue jays and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide what to put in each crate.
Hyena, I think you've deciphered it. If you're talking about that Microsoft Paint drawing that I published to Twitter a long time ago, if that's what you mean by the graph, yeah, that's what this is. That's the house.
Okay.
I like to post a lot of like development-related things over on my personal Twitter, which is @FalconDevelops if you want to follow it. A lot of that is related to Cattails, and usually I try to like obscure it somehow. Like I think the graph that Hyena is mentioning was blurred out quite a bit, but yeah, I mean you might be able to find some early sneak peeks of Cattail stuff if you follow me over there.
Okay, we need to go to bed.
So Kayoshi the Yin Wolf asks, so basically if you work carefully you can have custom colors. Yes and no. They're going to be unique colors, but they're not necessarily the same as the custom colors. So it's a little bit different than those. So the custom colors, and at least the terminology we're using for custom colors, were Kickstarter backers who submitted their own color combinations to create their own unique pelts, fur colors for the cats. However, with the kitten system, how that works is it's just your color and your mate's color. So you are a little bit restricted there to just colors you can get and colors that, you know, mates have, that other cats that you can date and marry have. And then the actual kittens, the pelt colors that they get, the combinations, are also randomized. So yes and no, you have some control over it, but you don't have a lot of control over it. I can see that storage is going to be very useful for you instead of just dropping all your stuff on the floor.
I'm very glad that we have that now.
Salt and Regret says, would you be able to divorce a cat and have kittens with another? You are able to break up with cats that you're dating and even divorce cats that you're married to, but you will only ever be able to have one litter of cats, and that is because we sort of have capped the number of kittens that any given cat can have. And it's based on some things that we aren't really ready to discuss that mechanic, but you can only ever have one litter of kittens, if that makes sense. Can you give a rose to Robin again? You can. It's accepted as sort of a neutral gift because roses are fairly easy to get. You definitely can give Robin more roses if you wanted to.
What should I do today? I haven't decided what I'm doing today.
It's a good question. What do you guys think? What should Muffin do? What is it, the 9th of winter?
Yeah, so I can go walk by some more power pods.
We have one day until something exciting happens. So stick around for that. If you're in chat right now, stick around. Randy says go to the beach.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think you've been to the beach yet.
I haven't been to the beach in this
How's your swimming skill?
Let's see. Not good enough.
Okay. Just gonna leave it at that. SEO Gamer Girl says, what happens when you break up but have kittens? You'll probably keep the kittens. It isn't a mechanic that we've implemented at the moment, so I don't have an exact answer for you, but probably you're just going to keep whatever litter of kittens you had first. Yeah, multiple people want you to go to the beach.
Yeah,
I guess
the beach
that's
is
decided.
Really cool. We can go to the beach and think about Sandy, who was our cat last stream. I don't know what happened to Sandy.
Some people were saying that maybe Muffin and Sandy were canonically siblings, but I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I like that idea.
So then, like, Oracle, Sandy, and Muffin are all siblings.
Yes.
Melinda Silva says, can you have two mates at the same time? I mean, you kind of implied that the only way to break up is through black roses. So, there's a bit of a difference between your spouse and cats you're dating. If you're talking about cats you're dating, yes, you can date multiple cats. I do have hiccups, sorry. You can date multiple cats at the same time, but you can only be married to one at a time. You can only have one spouse.
Oh no.
I do like the beach, especially in winter. There's something calm about it, with the snowfall and all that. Are the colors randomized, or did you carefully design the pelts? If you're asking about the kittens, they are randomized based on the colors of the two parents. If you're asking about the other colors, such as what Rebecca's using right now, such as anything in the pelt design window, those were all carefully hand designed. Those all take quite a bit of time to make, and they were all done by hand through a really cool system that we had set up a very long time ago that lets us make pelts that look really, really neat. And just to add on to that, so let's say in theory that you can have up to 4 kittens, and every 4 kittens has a different possible combination of 2 other existing colors. Well, there's already over 150 colors in the beta. So if you do a quick bit of multiplication, if we wanted to hand make all of the kittens' colors, we would literally be looking at making over 500 new colors, and that is just, I mean, that's a huge amount of work, an unbelievable amount of work. We definitely couldn't ship the game in December if we did that, so just some insight into that. We have a question, will there be predators in the game to the cats, like coyotes, foxes, and hawks? And if so, will we be able to fight them? We actually had an early prototype for a hawk, which would be a type of predator. That was a very early concept in the game that actually got scrapped, and you can actually see some of that if you look at the art book. The art book is an element of the deluxe edition of the game. If you get the deluxe edition, you'll get the art book PDF, and you'll get kind of that insight. But there probably won't be predators in the full game, and you'll basically just be fighting other cats. Aside from that, there are bats, of course, in the mines, if you count bats as predators, but they are fairly small predators. And really, it's because we want to focus on making this a very cat-centric story with some other fantastic elements like giant moles and things like that. Whitestorm29, that is awesome. We're looking forward to seeing your fan art. Our email is cattailsgame@gmail.com. Ooh, I think there's a lot of blueberries here at the Forest Lake, if I remember right. Yeah, there's 3 of them.
Yay.
It's kind of fun. If you play Cattails enough, you sort of get a good feel for where all of the herbs are growing, and then you know in every season, like, oh, I really want to stop by, you know, the abandoned cottage because there's a whole bunch of raspberries here, or things like that. You know, I really want to go to the island Ayat because there's always a catnip there. So that's always kind of fun. It provides some strategy to how you're walking about your day. Lots and lots of questions about the kitten system, and I know we've given some responses to that, but honestly it's just something that we're not really prepared to talk too in depth about at the moment.
Yeah.
So my apologies there, guys.
Yeah.
Ooh, get that bunny.
Okay.
I love the snow with like that red lantern there. It's just scenic. This is one of my favorite areas of the game, of the entire game, this area that Becca's in right now.
I'm leaving right now.
That she just left. If I were to make a custom colony, that is one of the areas I would absolutely be considering for it.
just head home. I bought that the return home skill, and then I forgot to like equip it.
Yeah, I remember you bought that, but you were out in the wilderness when you bought it. But you got to be home to equip it. Yeah. That one is like, that's my first skill purchase on every save file is return home. I'm curious, for those of you who have the alpha, what was the first skill that you picked up? Because I always do return home, and then usually I get summon allies right after that, but I know a lot of people do it differently.
Yeah, I don't get return home personally, unless I'm like playing with you.
Diplomacy is always a tempting one as well.
I don't even remember how to activate. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I don't use active skills that often.
Hey Maradi Cat, thank you so much for the compliment. The game is really coming along very well, and it's mostly us, but I will also say that the music is not us. It's done by a really, really talented guy named Tormod Garvin, who's really good, and then some of the art is done by a guy named Haru Purwanda, who is equally talented, so check those guys out. I think something really cool just popped up on screen there. You want to talk about that, Becca?
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone saw it.
Yeah, we got a notification that the Winter Festival is today, and so we need to go to the Sacred Temple to go check it out.
So you can see that none of the cats are around right now in the home because they're all hanging down at the Sacred Temple because today is the Winter Festival. That's something coming in beta is festivals, and that's something we have not talked about pretty much anywhere. So this is, you're seeing this first. This is the very first footage of festivals that we've ever shown. Yep. Please make Coco marriageable/dateable. I will sell you my firstborn for it. That's a little extreme. We have a few ideas in the back of our mind, like, oh, if we were to make any one extra cat dateable, which one would it be? And I have a few favorites. Becca has a few favorites, but I don't know. I don't want to say any names because I don't want to promise anything or give anything away. But have some ideas going there. Here for the festival? If so, you'll have to be patient while we get things ready. Why don't you come back at 11 a.m.?
What time is it? Okay, we're close enough. I'll just hunt in this area for a little bit.
Yeah, just one more hour and then the festival's gonna be ready for you.
Yep.
This guy Ducky thinks that Crampy should be a dateable cat. How do you get skills? So there are two types of skills in Cattails. The first is passive skills, which is like hunting, swimming, fighting, foraging. And the other one is active skills, and those are things like sprint, return home, all that kind of stuff. And you get skills by going to your skill panel and purchasing them. They're 100 XP per skill that you want to unlock. There's a whole bunch of active skills, but you can only slot 4 at any given time. So we're here at the Winter Festival. You can see that the cats have decked out the temple in all sorts of fun festive lights and little holly leaves and fun stuff like that. And all the cats have gathered here of every colony to celebrate at the Winter Festival. So, yeah, you just want to enjoy the festival for a little while there?
Yeah, let's talk to some of the cats.
I think it's neat that all the colonies can come together at the end of the year and welcome the next one.
Yeah,
I guess it's the New Year's right now, too.
Yep. Let's see. I'm only going to talk to a few of them. Let's talk to Scout. Scout's one of my favorites.
What's been your proudest accomplishment this year? Well, what is it, Muffin?
You always call me Mossy.
Well, I saw Mossy right there.
Yeah. My biggest accomplishment, probably that blue jay. That was good.
Have you seen the small seedlings poking through the snow? It makes me so happy.
Okay, we need to find Robin.
They're noticing the red coins. You guys are fast.
Wow, yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, there's
I
Robin.
didn't even notice the red one.
There's so many fun things to do today. One day simply isn't enough time to celebrate the new year. Oh, and Robin's a blue heart?
Yeah,
Has Robin been a blue heart?
That's
exciting.
We got Robin.
Awesome. So the main thing to do at the festival is to talk to Coco here, and there's 2 really big things you can do. There's festival games, and there's a special festival token shop. And it's different at every festival. There's really cool stuff you can do.
Okay.
So which one do you want to do first?
I'm gonna play the game, and disclaimer, this is my first time playing this game, so it might go really poorly.
It could.
Let's see.
I don't think this has even been tested. I mean,
no, it hasn't been tested, so if the game crashes,
I've played it. I think it's
sorry.
good. We'll see. Snowball fights. Alright, so Muffin's gonna go get involved in a little snowball fight.
Let's do this.
Welcome to round 1 of the Winter Snowball Fights. Your teammate for this event will be Slip.
I barely know Slip. Okay, Slip, you better be good at this.
It's nice to be paired with such a capable young cat like yourself. We can do this.
Okay. I like you, Slip.
The enemy team will be Lyris and Robin.
Okay. Okay, so they're from different colonies, so hopefully, like, they don't know each other that well, and they won't.
It's really a pretty even pairing in that regard.
I think it's pretty even. Okay, let's do this.
You are no match for Lyris's graceful movements. Remember that the most important thing is to have fun.
Oh, thanks.
You're going up against...
I know.
You can't beat up Robin.
I know.
The objective of the snowball fight is to take down your opponents before they take you down. 3 hits and you're out.
Okay, so we're going to go after Lyris and
you have to kind of go
Robin.
easy on Robin, right?
Yeah, you have to.
You can throw a snowball with right trigger. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
On your mark, get set, go!
Okay. Haha, okay, Lyris, you're not that good. Oh no. Okay, I don't want to get down there and get hit.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh no.
Oh,
Okay,
couldn't avoid that
okay.
one. That was pretty
I want
rough.
to throw them, but I'm afraid. Okay.
They do go pretty fast.
Okay,
So be
Lyris is
careful.
really good. I'm just gonna throw him past
Rapid
you.
fire!
Rapid fire!
Rapid fire! Take him down. Oh no,
I'm
you
sorry,
hit Robin!
I'm sorry. Okay, Slip's really good.
You just gotta let Slip. You gotta let Slip do this.
Yeah, you got this, Slip. I can't hit Robin. Robin's my girlfriend.
Oh no, you got hit.
Robin hit me. Okay.
Oh, one more hit and you're out.
Or boyfriend. Robin might be my boyfriend.
One more hit and you're out. Oh no, it's so dramatic.
Oh no. I'm sorry, Robin.
Oh no.
Okay.
One more hit and Robin's down,
what
but
do
one
we
more
do?
hit and you're
do we
down.
Take the victory, or
It's
do
both
we,
down to 1.
Do we take the victory?
What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
Do we let Robin win?
Should Muffin win or should Robin win?
I don't know.
Because I think Muffin has the upper hand right now.
Yeah, oh, Robin is coming at me. Oh.
No, my bay, says Kyoshi to begin
Okay.
with.
I can't hold back.
Oh no! Take him down! Victory, says SEO Gamer Girl.
Okay.
Take him
Okay,
down.
I'm trying to. Come on, Robin.
Ooh, Robin's.
There.
And that's the end. Let's see how everybody did and hand out prizes. Muffin, you've won 2 festival tokens. Those are the red coins. Thanks for playing.
Yay.
Alright, so you just got
Sorry,
2 festival
Robin.
tokens.
I feel a little bit bad.
And that is round 1 of the snowball fight.
Okay. Ooh.
That was crazy.
Okay, well, I guess you have to do round 2, right?
True.
Because we want to get.
Every festival, there are
Okay,
3
hope
rounds
we
for
get
the
paired up
game,
with
so this is
somebody
round
good.
2. Oh, so you're with Alyssa, and it looks like you're up against Missy and Arthur. I suppose we can make this work.
Ooh, I like Missy and Arthur. I shipped them.
That's a good pairing. The enemy team will be Missy and Arthur. Why are you even trying to win? Don't you know I'm the best at this game? Huzzah! An easy challenge! Thy defeat is nigh! The objective of the snowball fight is to take down your opponents before they take you down. Yeah, we've heard
Okay, yeah,
this.
we know the deal. And Missy's
Take
going
down Missy.
Missy is going down. So full of herself or himself.
There you go, one more hit and Missy's down.
Yeah, we're targeting Missy. What happens if Alyssa hits my back? Okay.
Doesn't matter,
Alyssa
they go right
cannot.
through you.
That's good,
So,
good job.
one thing that I will say is if you don't get hit at all, you get a bonus token at the end of this.
Oh,
So there's
okay,
kind of an incentive there.
Okay, so
Keep all your health.
Alyssa, you do what you gotta do.
That moment you get wrecked by your girlfriend, says Kyoshi the Yin Wolf. That's good. I see a question, will there be any other festivals? Yes, every season there will be a festival. Okay, so Muffin got 3 festival tokens, did very, very well there. Even Alyssa stayed up, so that's good stuff. So there is one more round if you want to participate in the snowball fight again.
Yeah, we have to get all the tokens so we can buy everything.
That is important.
Okay, last round. Who are we up against?
Round 3.
Ooh, I'm glad we got Arthur because we're friends with Arthur, so we're gonna do well.
That's true. Hark! See how our foes tremble before our superior might!
That's right.
Robin and Scout. Oh no!
Oh,
Remember,
Robin.
the most important thing is to have fun.
Robin is sad because last time we beat them up and now... No, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can't beat us!
Okay, well let's go after Scout first then.
I see someone mentioning,
Oh, no.
I wish I got the
Oh.
alpha. You still can. We are offering the alpha on our website, cattailsgame.com. Click the early access link, and we're offering that Kickstarter tier once more if you want to get in on the alpha.
This one's not going well.
Take him down!
Scout's really good.
Oh no!
Scout's
Oh
really
no,
good.
Arthur's down!
Oh no.
Oh, and that's the end. Oh man, they beat you up. You got 1
Yeah.
festival token, so not too
Okay.
bad. You're walking out of this with 6 festival tokens.
Yeah, well, let's see what we can buy.
That is the last snowball fight, so Coco's not going to let you join another, but it looks like you could get a couple of things here. Ooh,
This is
ooh.
a hard choice.
You could get the winter lights.
I think that the winter lights are the coolest thing
That'd be
in
kind of
this.
cute.
But then we only get one item.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
We could get the Snow Day color, which I really like.
It's one of
my favorite colors, and the bubble wand I really like.
Okay, we need chat's help. Do you think we should get the Snow Day color and a bubble wand, or the Winter Lights decor for Den?
The thing about the Winter Lights decor is winter's kind of over, so.
True, but they're always cute.
But they are really one of the coolest items, I think.
It is pretty cool.
But
oh no, I'm seeing an exact tie. Vote now on your phones.
I think I'm seeing
Snow Day, bubble wand,
I'm
lights,
seeing a lot for bubbles.
Lots of bubbles.
Yeah, we gotta get bubbles.
Oh, but now there's lots of winter lights. Snow Day and bubbles. All right.
Okay, let's do.
All right.
Yeah, we get 2 items.
Yep, I see a lot of.
You guys will have to unlock winter lights on your own.
I see some people saying both of you could. Unfortunately, we can't.
I only get 2 bubbles because you never have too many bubbles.
So every festival, there's a limited number of games you can participate in,
Yeah,
and so the tokens you win at the festival, you're kind of limited there. So if you wanted to get the winter lights in the future, you would need to come back to a future winter festival. Aw, so you've got the Snow Day one. You can see it's kind of a snowy pelt. It's like a cloudy sky with some snowflakes falling on it.
What kind of muffin?
Oh, it could be like
a blueberry?
You know, like one of those like those shops that are like cutesy and they make like themed muffins that are colored.
No.
So that could be like a cute icy blue muffin.
Okay, so let's say it's because there's kind of like some brownish in there,
like macadamia nuts in there. That's what I'm seeing.
Okay, macadamia nuts and blue frosting on this muffin. I really like this color, so
it's kind of cute.
I'm glad that.
Are you good with black eyes still?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Ooh, maybe like a light blue. That turquoise.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just too much.
I like the turquoise.
Or white. White could look really cool.
I don't know about white. We'll try it. No.
Yeah, it's a little washed out.
I agree. I really like this blue. Or gold. Gold matches it, but I think I like blue better.
I see some comments about the early access. That would be super cool if you got that. Thanks for supporting us. And all of the instructions for redeeming the Steam key are going to be included in the email that you get if you purchase it early access. So no worries there.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anyone else we should talk to while we're here?
I think maybe just leave some stuff for people to figure out. You know.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I'm
thinking. Head back to your den, and then you can check out the bubble wand. So we're gonna leave the festival. That's gonna take you right back to the den late at night.
Well, it's late at night. We'll try the bubble wand in the morning.
That's a good idea. Maybe you can try it outside and like play with Robin a little bit.
Yeah, we can go
like a bubble
show
date.
Robin. Yeah.
It's a bubble date.
Like, sorry for beating you up. We did it for this.
Ooh, your little raspberries grew.
Oh yeah. Let's go get
you go harvest those, and your lavender as well. It's good.
Nice. Let's see if we might have enough berries to plant some.
Have a question here. If you have leftover festival tokens, do they carry over to next year? Yes, they absolutely do. And actually, I will say it's not a yearly thing. It's actually a seasonal thing. So every season, there's going to be a festival, and all those tokens are used for the same... it's the same currency. Any festival tokens you get, say, from the Spring Festival, you can still use in the summer. Ooh, I'm seeing that I probably have an email here that I should check. Yeah, I've got an email right here. A couple of emails.
We're popular.
Aw, alright, so this one's really cute. I definitely see Delta, and I think Arthur as well in there. That's really cute. Thank you so much for sending that in. I'm trying to remember, let's see here, if I can get the exact name. Is that Whitestorm29 that sent in the one of Delta and Arthur? Thank you so much for that. That is super cute. And is it alright if we share that on our Twitter as well? We'd love to make a big fan art post once the stream ends, because that's awesome. Thank you so much.
That's really cool.
And another one from Kyoshi as well. The Power Paw. Very cute as well.
Yep. So right now Coco is telling me that we can now buy a shiny trinket, and a shiny trinket is what you use to propose. And Robin isn't quite ready to like marry us yet.
Ready for that level of commitment quite yet.
Yeah, I mean we could try to give it to Robin, but I don't think it will go that well yet.
Yeah, and I don't think that you're rich enough to afford a shiny
I might
trinket
not
either.
even be able to afford one.
That's going to be quite a bit to work up to if you want to do that. But maybe it's a goal to look forward to. You're about halfway to purchasing one. There's Luna being Luna.
Yep. Let's go see how Arthur is after that festival.
Hey,
Sorry I beat
pelted
you
him in
up.
the face with snowballs. How are you in combat, Muffin? Do you spar much?
See, Arthur's asking that because after I beat Arthur up, he's all like, you must spar a lot. You must be
really strong.
Really strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a good idea to practice often. Be assured that our enemy is practicing as well. Hey, Muffin, I was just thinking about you. Think you can use a blue jay? Whoa!
Yeah.
I happen to have an extra and thought of you when I saw it.
Heck
That is
yes, I can.
crazy cool. So, Robin clearly cares a lot about you. And I really like how the blue jay matches your pelt so nicely. It goes with it. That was cute.
Yeah,
That's a good
Robin was
aesthetic.
thinking about me and just thought about the blue.
Alright, so this little bubble wand here.
Okay, I don't think I can.
Oh,
I did
that's
use it.
beautiful!
Yeah,
Bubbles everywhere! So many bubbles.
I love the bubbles.
That's fun.
I want to go stand like in the middle of
Beautiful
this
bubbles.
and do it. Like, let's see
Like-
this
like
one.
dumping
Nope,
detergent
I forgot
into
my
a
swimming's
fountain.
not good. Yeah.
There you go. Bubble wand!
Oh, I love the bubbles.
So the bubble wand is the fun sort of item from the Winter Festival, and there are other
Look at them
fun little
go.
items like that from the other festivals, but we won't spoil that for you. We'll just wait until the beta comes, and then you guys can check those out for yourself.
Yeah, there's some really fun ones.
That is a cute color too. I like the snow day. There is actually a new color for every seasonal festival in the game. So the snow day color is just the winter one. There's 3 others for the 3 other festivals. The spring one in particular is pretty cute. I think so. Isn't this so nice? Like there's actually prey now, there's bugs flying around, there's actually
it's so
plants
much
growing.
better.
Spring
like-
is just a crazy cool time.
I love spring.
It's so beautiful. It's like, oh, look at all this color. Look at all these flowers. So what do you think Robin will like that you can find out here in the springtime? Maybe some catnip if you can track some down. That'd be good. Oh, a fun little fact about that snowball fight there. If you are married to another cat, so if, say, Robin were Muffin's spouse right now, then when you do the snowball fight, Robin would automatically be the partner in the snowball fight.
We got a call for Paul. For
got a-
Paw. Right there.
Oh, yeah. There's a paw. There's a paw. You're right. Watch
Yeah.
for paws, everybody.
Okay, so I kind of dread this one. I'm not good at getting it. You have to.
You want to just let other people figure it out when the beta launches?
Well, they found it, so
That's
I feel
true.
like we have to do it.
Alright, you do it. You go get that power paw.
I'm going to unlock this
So this
power.
this is the walking trail. It's a pretty involved one for getting the paw, but
Yeah, every
You
time
gotta-
you see
you
a
gotta go
paw, you
around
have
the
to like,
trail.
yeah, you have to do something to unlock it, and this one is
we got
Not my
five minutes
favorite.
popping. That's the second clue. Put in a note because it's Blue's Clues.
How do you
Blue's
remember
Clues.
that? I just remember like the Blue's Clues part.
I watched a lot of Blue's Clues as a kid. I'm not ashamed to admit that.
I like the pink dog. That was cool. Okay,
Whoa, I just heard the chime.
I heard the
Heard
chime.
the
Now
chime.
where does it come?
Where is it?
It's somewhere around here.
Buy a shiny trinket and marry Robin, please. We're trying.
Yeah.
Robin isn't quite committed enough to probably say yes to that, but we're trying to get Robin to that point. Okay, so you just got that power paw. Now your health
Yeah.
is all the way up to 110.
Which is really nice. I guess I don't know if I gave Robin all the gifts today.
And
So
after receiving a blue jay,
yeah.
of all
oh,
things.
No, she.
So ungrateful.
Not she. Robin gave me a blue jay, and all I did was blow bubbles and then run away.
But the bubbles were fun.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why Robin isn't ready to commit yet, because Robin thinks you're just like this
Because
little
I'm
childish cat.
So immature.
Just blows bubbles all day.
Yeah, that was. Robin was trying to be all serious and be like, you know, I really care about you. Here's this gift.
Like, I'm gonna
and
blow
I'm
bubbles
like,
in your face.
bubbles! So, yeah, so
Ooh,
that
Scrawny's
relationship
coming
just
after
isn't
you.
going well.
Sneaky little cat there. Get that mouse. There's so much prey now. It's like, it's crazy.
Oh, I hit
You
I hit the
activated
return home accidentally.
I'm seeing more lyrics to the Blues Clues song in
There's
the
more
Twitch chat.
lyrics than that?
And that's awesome.
That's awesome, yeah.
Good job, Alyssa Whiteheart.
Okay, Robin, we are serious about you. And
Ooh,
so,
catnip.
Yeah, here.
That's a good one. That's a real good one.
Okay,
You could give the Blue Jay back.
no, we can't give the Blue Jay back.
Oh, you don't have any more Valerian. If you can get down to Tomb Creek, there's like 3 Valerian to grow there. It's a really, really good one if that's what you're after.
Where is that at?
So I think it's actually just east of where the mine is.
East of the line.
East.
I don't know which way's east. Okay.
Your other east.
My other east. I forgot how maps work.
I thought you said Weast. Sorry, the TV show references are strong tonight.
Yeah.
Our apologies. Ooh, now that there's so many plants, maybe you could look into planting 2 more.
Well, only one
herbs.
more. I planted some berries
Oh, okay, alright.
earlier.
So you have 2 raspberry bushes, is that what's going on?
I think one of them was blueberry if I remember, but
Awesome.
yeah.
Got the whole complement. I like that.
Yeah.
So my strategy right now for the garden is to plant a blackberry bush, and blackberries only grow in autumn, so they're kind of hard to get. But the thing about blackberries is they grow every 2 days. So if you really just want an easy food supply, you get your foraging skill up so that they're most effective, and then you plant some blackberries, and you're gonna have free food like every other day.
But that won't be enough to live off of. Unless, well, I guess if your foraging is high enough.
Well, if
It
your
might.
foraging is very high, they're very effective, and if you planted 4 of them, it probably would be enough to live off.
I'm going to upgrade my foraging, because
I see a question, how much are shiny trinkets? They're, I think, 300 muse, which is pretty steep.
yeah, we need to save up some muse, and we need to continue giving gifts to Robin. We have a lot of work to do.
A lot of work on that front before Robin is going to fall for little Muffin here. But, I mean, they're already dating, so I guess Robin's kind of fallen for Muffin, but not in a totally committed, want to spend the rest of my life with you sort of way, not yet. I don't know, after that Blue Jay, I'm starting to
Yeah,
wonder.
I'm pretty hopeful for them.
That was impressive.
I'm just taking a little bit of a detour right now on my way to get that because I know there's a lot of plants over here that since it's the start of spring, there should be more options.
I see a question, if I bought the early access to the game, would I need to buy the full version later on or no? And the answer is no. If you purchase early access, you're going to get the beta when it launches, and you're also going to get the full game when that launches, free of charge, automatically updated through Steam. Early access is just if you want to get in a little bit earlier than everyone else. And support our development efforts. And
Oh, no.
we really appreciate that if you do.
I won't make a big pile here.
Gonna be good.
Yeah.
See what you could do. So you could return home once your inventory's full.
Well, there's no reason to not eat those and then get some of the plants down here that are farther away. That's my theory. Let's
That's
see
really not a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And I think I might give some gifts to the forest colony while we're down here and try to become
Ooh, yeah.
their friends.
Go talk to Sarge. Sarge is a fun new cat. Sarge was a custom cat submitted by one of our Kickstarter backers, and Sarge is now the guard of the forest colony, so that is a cat that is not in the alpha that will be joining beta. Oh, I think you just gave that straight to Sarge.
Oh, you're right, I did.
If you gave them the Blue Jay, they would really like that. But it'd be costly.
Well, I was thinking about giving it to Robin tomorrow and hope that Robin would forget that they gave
Regifting.
it to me, you know?
Just kind of package it differently, you know.
Yeah, wrap it in something else. Yeah.
Cupcakes Village asks, Blue Hunger? Yes, Blue Hunger. If you check the art book, which is part of the deluxe edition, there's sort of a tip that explains that in a little bit more depth. But basically, you can actually go above 100%, and it provides you with a small speed boost. It's kind of a hidden feature, if you will. Not a lot of people know about it. Except you guys all do, because you're awesome and you're watching the Cattails dev stream.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
So
yeah,
quiet
let's just
at night.
return home.
See, this skill is so useful because you can just go wherever you want. You can stay out till 11 p.m. and then boom, you're back home. It's great. I love it. Favorite skill. Diplomacy used to be my favorite skill, but now I think it's return home. And then sprint.
Okay, let's see. Did I sleep yet or did I just save?
I think you just saved.
Okay. I was reading chat while I was playing.
Feline Fennec says, I can't seem to find my Steam code. Is it in the email? Is the code in the email that was sent to you? It should be, yeah. You should get an email and it should have a page that it links to where you can claim your keys. When you go to that page, you're actually going to have to click a button that says claim your Steam key here or something to that effect, and that's going to give you your key. If you still have issues with that, feel free to send an email to cattailsgame@gmail.com and we'll get you sorted. Whitestorm29 asks, what level in the mine do you have to be to find gems? So it actually varies based on what kind of gems you're trying to find. The earliest gem is Topaz. Topaz can be found as early as level, I want to say 31. But the rarest gems are diamonds, and diamonds don't show up until level 91. And of course, the mine is 100 levels deep, so you can go as far as level 100 before it effectively says, you beat the mines, here's a prize. It's just a rainy spring day.
Let's see, is there anyone who we should try to become friends with in the Mystic Colony in order to have them attend the future wedding that we're hoping to get to?
Really a good idea.
I'm thinking maybe Mossy.
Mossy could
And
work.
I think, if I remember right, you only have to get up to 3 stars, so...
I want Crampy to attend the wedding, personally. And so does SEO Gamer Girl. See? I got Crampy allies. Hashtag Crampy for wedding attendance. That's not very catchy. We could come up with something better for that. I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay. Thought I saw something. Okay. Tyler does a lot of the talking, so whenever he leaves, I feel like I should say something. But I'm not really watching chat as nicely as he is. I'm just trying to keep this cat alive. Okay. Okay, so we definitely want to get Crampy to come to our wedding. I'm personally a little bit afraid of Crampy. Last time we talked to him, Crampy asked if they could pull leeches off of our tail. So, doesn't seem really cool. I don't know any jokes. Oh no. Pressure. Okay, so I'm seeing Mossy and Crampy, so I'll see what we can do. We have some stuff in our inventory. Yeah, enough to give some gifts out. I'm gonna check the map real fast. I get lost around here pretty often because I'm just not, I don't play down here as often. I really like the forest colony. It's still my favorite. Okay, so there's Slip. We played that game with him earlier. We need to find Crampy. Okay. Greetings, young kitten. Do you mind if I put leeches on your tail? It's for science, and I think it would be funny. Or I could do it to myself. But then what will I do tomorrow? Maybe I should scare kittens by jumping out of bushes again. Yes, that sounds good. Oh, you're still here? What do you require? I've been told I am a strange cat, but the Mystic Colony took me in as one of their own. If you're looking to join up with our colony, try talking to Oracle. You'll need to be well trusted first, though. Okay, what should we give Crampy? Let's give him lavender.
That's a good point. Honey Dragon thinks Oracle should come to Muffin's wedding since they're lost long siblings and all.
Yeah, of course.
That's a really good point.
What was I thinking? Okay. I only gave him. I should give him some more gifts. Let's see. Oh.
Didn't really care for that rabbit, it seems like. Crampy has strange tastes. I will use it, maybe.
Okay,
Trying to let you down
Crampy
lightly.
is being so difficult.
Maybe Crampy shouldn't come.
I like Mossy. Mossy is much nicer.
Yeah, definitely on the nicer scale. Mossy beats Crampy. Awesome, glad to hear that, Feline Fennec. Hope you enjoy it. So, this stream, we are not giving away a new promo code for colors. However, for anyone who may have missed the last stream or didn't stick around until the end, there was a color code given away at the end of that one, a promo code. That promo code is Ice Cold Lemonade. If you enter that in-game, you're going to unlock a really cute sort of pink color, and I guess Becca's entering it right now, so you can check that out. But yeah, it's Ice Cold Lemonade. I think right trigger backspaces.
Oh, you're right, okay.
Yeah. Here, I can just type it for you if that'd be easier.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, there's the code, Ice Cold Lemonade. Just like that. Fuzzy Cotton Cloud asks, was Crampy made by a backer, or did you guys make him? Crampy was made by a backer, for sure. A really, really awesome backer. It's actually this guy Ducky, if this guy Ducky is still around in chat. I know he was earlier. Very, very creative character concept. Also, if you guys like Crampy's little beaky mask there, you might be able to get that in game somewhere. You just might. Probably have to wait until beta for that. I'm not joking. You can get it.
Yeah, you can really get it in the game.
Okay, so who's on your guest list right now? Who are you trying to send these invites to?
Yeah. So, well, I think I'm just gonna return home in 7 seconds. I think I'm going
3, 2,
to try
1.
to get Mossy, or let's see, Mossy, Crampy. I don't know. I can't think because I was just sitting there next to a power pole waiting for someone to say something and nobody did. So now I'm trying to think of what to talk about. I'm a mean person. I'm a mean person. But hey, when you get the beta, go to that tree.
Well, yeah, and if anyone wants to look back on the stream and kind of like, you know, kick yourself in the leg for missing power pause, feel free to do that as well.
You asked me a question like right when I was doing that, and I was like, oh great. I can't think. I'm a mean person. Just, you know. And I've done that a few times where, like, I'll hunt next to something. I'm enjoying this stream in my own way. Yeah. Sorry.
I think, what is Delta at right now? Because I feel like you've talked to Delta quite a bit.
Yeah, let's
Is Delta
see.
gonna... no, not really. Not good at all.
Yeah, let's get Delta some more. See, I'm not really thinking too much about the guest list because Robin's not that into me yet. Like, we still have a ways to go. Oh, I already gave her 2 gifts. Okay.
Can't give more than 3 gifts to a cat.
Okay.
Per day.
Well, we will go to sleep and then give some gifts.
That sounds pretty good. I mean, yeah, it's afternoon, so you could turn in early. Get some good sleep there. I realize you guys can't actually see what day it is, so it is now spring the 3rd.
Oh, they can't. That's right. Okay.
Just so you know.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, now it's too early. We can go hunting for a little bit.
I will also say there are other den upgrades. The storage and the garden are not the only ones. However, given our limited muse right now, and given the current mechanics in the dev copy that we're running, we probably won't look too much further into that, but there is for sure other ways of making your den bigger that you guys can check out once the beta launches in 3 weeks, September 29th. Yes, there was a sword on the ground. That is Arthur's den.
That's Arthur's, yeah.
We are definitely excited about getting the beta out there to all the early access backers because, I mean, it just represents so much work and so much new content, and I think since the alpha was fairly well received, I think the beta is going to be even more well received because it is just pretty awesome. I mean, comparing the two, there's just so much really cool stuff you can do in the beta that you can't even touch in the alpha. Honey Dragon asks, how often will you do streams? We don't actually have a schedule, although the last one was approximately a month ago, so going forward, probably no more frequently than monthly, but no promises on a monthly stream. It's just something that we do, you know, when we have the time to and when we have a weekend that's free to hang out with you guys. Melinda asks, can we get a sword? Maybe, I don't know. Ooh, so Pebble's at 3 stars. That's a...
Yeah, we're friends with Pebble.
Yeah, that's a good starting point. Although I think they have to be up to 4 stars before they
Oh,
attend
I
your
thought
wedding.
it was just 3.
It's
Oh
4
no.
stars.
Okay, so we have like no friends right now.
Yeah.
Okay. And we really don't have enough money to afford a shiny trinket. I don't know, this wedding's looking not very good. Oh, we already green
Ooh,
now.
wow, nice. So Hyena asks, will we ever do development streams? So development streams would be like where we would stream while actually coding or doing art or doing something for the game. At the moment, we don't really have plans to, and to be honest, the reason for that is because we like to keep a lot of things secret. There are certain features and certain aspects of the game that we don't even show off until the version of the game is actually out there into your guys' hands. We think that builds a lot of hype and a lot of excitement around it, and I think it's a lot more fun that way for sure. Especially like the credits minigame, the whole mine system actually was a surprise. So I personally really like that model. I think it means that when people get their hands on it, they don't already know everything there is to know about that build of the game. So for the moment, we don't really plan on doing development streams, if that helps to clear that up at all. Firefox986 Gaming asks, what are the heart colors in order? Off the top of my head, so this could be a little bit inaccurate, it is white, blue...
Well, gray first.
Well, alright,
If you're not dating.
It's black at first. If you're not
Okay, yeah.
romantically engaged with the cat at all, then it's black. When you become engaged, or not engaged, but romantically interested in the cat, and you give them a red rose and you start dating, then it goes from black to white, then it goes green, blue, yellow, red. So right now Robin is 2 heart levels away, still needs to go through yellow and then red before Robin could be proposed to. SEO Gamer Girl asked, what level is considered friends? So we kind of have a bit of like internal terminology for when you become friends with someone, and all of our internal stuff says 4 stars is friend. So it's kind of, when you're at 2 stars, you're strangers. When you're at 3 stars, you're acquainted. When you're at 4 stars, you're friends. And when you're at 5 stars, you're best friends. That's how we like to think of it. And so, accordingly, anyone that's at 4 stars or higher could potentially attend your wedding if you get married. Because those are your friends.
Okay, we're on our way to go become friends with Mossy.
Good
and
idea.
Crampy,
Sneak
maybe.
away to the other colony.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get them up to 4 stars and keep them there until you get married. That could be a bit of a trick. Can we has private wedding? I mean, it is more or less private in the sense that no one's going to show up that isn't your friend. And if you really wanted it to just be you and your spouse, then you could just not have
Okay.
friends, I guess. Shorty Soldier, I think that's actually Ember's intro for Best Friends, which is 5 stars, but I could be wrong on that. It has been a long time since I worked on Ember's dialogue. Melinda Silver writes, do you need to be married to have kittens? Yes, in Cattails you will. If you have 0 stars with someone, Sheriff Jam 917 asks, that means that they really, really, really don't like you. really the only way to get 0 stars with someone is if you go out of your way to ruin their day multiple times, or if you are dating them and then you marry a different cat and so they kind of got played, then I think they'll go all that way down. But it's hard to get down to 0 stars. You pretty much intentionally have to go out of your way to hurt their feelings in order to do that.
Okay. I like Mossy so much better.
Such a breath of fresh air before the dark plunge into Crampy's office.
Yes.
Ooh, probably like that marigold a lot.
I think so. I mean,
That's good.
we're at 3 stars already, so that's really good.
Yeah, that seems like that's going over very well. Golden Seal and Marigold.
But I have no idea what to give to Crampy.
Yeah, Crampy's an interesting case, but this guy Ducky says that he could give you hints of Crampy's legs. I think last time the Black Rabbit didn't go up very well, so I'm
Okay, well let's give him this licorice root. Why not?
worth a shot.
I don't like licorice, so maybe he will, or it will.
No, it doesn't seem like.
Is it rude to use it to describe Crampy? Because that's the pronoun I think I'm going to use. Let's see, I don't really have, because I feel like he probably would like bugs, but I just don't have any on me. I don't want to give him any of that. Is that bad? I'm a bad friend. This whole friendship thing with Crampy is
Very
not working
one-sided.
out for me.
Yeah, maybe Crampy shouldn't attend the wedding. Especially with all that talk about scaring kittens. Maybe that's not a friend you need in your young married life. Cupcake's Village wants to ask this guy Ducky where Crampy got the mask, and I can't answer for where Crampy got the mask.
Ooh, yeah, this guy Ducky probably would be able to answer that for you.
But I will say that your player can get that mask as well in the beta. You can wear that if you really want to, which is really, really fun. Kyoshi the Yin Wolf asks, is it possible to become enemies with a cat? More or less, if you get them down to 0 stars, that means you're pretty much bitter enemies that you have done something to make them very upset with you and they don't want to talk to you. I love the spring music. So bouncy and fun.
Oh, I left that there.
I see Stormy Draws asks, will there be any quests and events like illnesses or other colonies raiding your domain for tons of territory gain? So, in terms of random raids, there is a dynamic battle system where different battles will be spawning on your borders all the time. So right now, if you see where those exclamation marks are that Becca opened her map to, that's where those battles have spawned at. So like right here, this is a random colony raid on a piece of territory. So in that regard, yeah, those events sort of do exist. In terms of illnesses or quests, we don't really have an answer for that yet. It isn't in our immediate short-term plans, but it is a cool idea, and we're considering it. This guy Ducky gave the hint that Crampy might like items that would help a doctor. Which makes a lot of sense. What do you think would help a doctor? A ladybug? A bubble wand? Probably a bubble wand.
Okay, someone called Paw. Where did you see it?
Paw.
Okay.
On the rock.
Yep.
Oh, yep.
I've gone by this rock so many times.
Yep, there it is. Power Paw.
Oh no,
in the middle of a fight. Ooh, no.
Go, go, go.
You gotta get him.
Okay,
There you go. Power Paw.
I'm always like relieved when somebody finds it. Like.
Cryophobica asks, is there a bit of an overarching story? There probably will be when the full game launches, but we don't have details to share on that just yet. So yeah, man, Muffin is doing good. Muffin's found, what, like 3 of those Power Paws already?
And they're super helpful going into the mines. Like right now with what we're doing, like I'm not really getting into too many battles and I'm not trying to swim or anything. but if I were to like do the mining, it'd be really helpful to have those.
For sure. Hyena asks, are there only a few number of paws to find? Yes, they are for sure limited. There's very, very specific ways to get each of the paws. I think in the grand scope of things, when the game is completely finished, there's probably only going to be 20 paws. And there's varying ways of getting them. Some of them you explore and find, like the ones that Becca's found. Some of them you purchase through festivals. And at the risk of spoilers, I won't go on, but yeah, there's only probably going to be 20 of them.
I forgot I had all this in here. That's nice.
Lots of free stuff.
Oh wait, no, that's my pockets. I'm taking the stuff out of my pockets. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, I want to get 10. Those and 10. Let's just give it to her. To them. My pronoun game today is not going.
You seem tired, Becca.
I am pretty tired.
Catherine Ho asks, can you add multiple kittens? That is our plan. More details on that coming soon.
Okay. I'm going to get this valerian. I'm hoping to sell some of this stuff too, so that we can afford.
Think you have enough marigold to plant a plant?
I didn't think so, but I counted very quickly.
SEO Gamer Girl asks, how much longer will the stream go on for? Probably 25 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds good.
What I'm thinking right now.
We really want to get this wedding.
We'll probably keep streaming until 10 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, that sounds good. Not quite enough. I was hoping.
Stormy Draws asks, will there be more upgrades to the den? Yes, there are 5 upgrades to the den right now. We've only purchased 2 of them. Randy Cox asks, what does Snake Lily do? Snake Lily is a really fun plant because you can only get in the cold months, it only grows near the swamps, and it's a toxic plant. Snake Lily is actually toxic to cats, so it's kind of a really devious plant. You use it on your paws to apply a toxin, and then that makes your paws poisoned for a short period of time, and if you hit another cat with your paws, they're going to get a damage over time effect on them. It can be very useful in the mines when you're dealing with pesky bats and other critters.
I guess I really haven't been using them in this stream at all. Just been... And I think I want to go ahead and sell them. Okay, let's see. How many of these do we have?
That's 9.
6, 9? Okay.
You need 1 more.
I'm gonna go ahead and sell these. Even though we just talked about how cool they were. We need to get some money so we can propose.
Everyone thinks that Crampy would like Snake Lily.
I feel like that would
You might be onto something. I genuinely don't remember.
If Crampy doesn't like it, then we need to go back and fix that.
Hyena asks, how long does a coding session usually take, and how many breaks do you take? So I work on Cattails full-time, so what that means is that 5 days a week I work mostly coding for 8 hours a day. And I usually work at about 2 to 4 hour cycles with a break in between that's around 15 to 20 minutes, and then a break for lunch that's about an hour. Again, though, that's not entirely coding, I guess. I don't necessarily code for 8 hours a day. I also usually spend about an hour managing social media and forums and things like that, doing the business side of things, and then I usually spend some time doing artwork as well. All of the in-game art assets I did, and I'm not really an artist, so that takes a good chunk of my time whenever I'm making new art assets, but still, the bulk of my work is programming or coding. Honey Dragon asks, can kittens grow into adults and become part of the colonies? Our plan right now is for kittens to be able to grow up, and they'll have a sort of progression system that we aren't really ready to discuss yet, but it ought to be pretty cool. Stormy Draws wants to know what our favorite colonies are.
Mine is Forest, because I am a huge Missy fan. Yeah. Forest.
I agree. Overall, I think Forest is my favorite, but that is pretty vanilla. So I'll give it a caveat. Forest is my favorite. However, of all of the NPCs that I personally created, I like the Mountain Domain NPCs better than the Forest Colony. Specifically Arthur and Leo. I like them both.
I think that it's hard because we're also kind of almost nostalgic towards the forest colony because like it was just the first colony that we implemented.
We have spent an unbelievable amount of time playing as members of the forest colony.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was tracked somewhere, it would be well in the hundreds, if not thousands of hours. Hyena asks, oh, this has been on my mind for a while. How do you feel about artists creating fan merch for Cattails? In terms of merch, I'm not exactly sure how to answer that just yet. I might be able to get back to you on that. However, just creating like fan art and fan stuff to, I don't know, be like t-shirt designs or mugs, like all that stuff's really cool. I mean, I enjoy looking at that. I think that's fun.
Yeah.
In terms of selling fan merch, I don't really have an answer for that right now. But it is an interesting question.
Yeah, maybe we haven't thought through all of that, honestly.
Yeah. Something we would really have to take a good look at, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, ladybug.
Get that ladybug.
Maybe give it to Crampy later.
You're like in the heart of forest colony right now, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
So again, we're probably just going to go for another about 20 minutes or so. So if you guys have any other questions regarding Cattails or the beta or the alpha or life in general or programming, feel free to just put them in chat and we'll try to get around to as many as we can here. Cryophobic asks, when the full game is released, will people be able to mod it? Probably not. As much as I like the modding community, I think that's a really, really cool concept. Cattails has not really been built for modding for a number of reasons, and it doesn't lend itself well to modding for a number of reasons as well. So, without getting too much into the nitty-gritty of things, it's definitely not built for modding, and it probably isn't going to support those anytime in the near future. Not to say it could never happen, it's just probably not going to happen in the near future. A couple of questions here about when the next stream will be. Again, we don't really schedule these things. At least we don't schedule them like a month in advance. We usually will just post something about it a few days or a week in advance to let you guys know when it's coming. So definitely follow us on social media because that's where you can find stream announcements, which are like on our Twitter, which is @CattailsGame, or our Facebook, which is Cattails. If you follow us there, you will be the first to know about any streams that we're doing. We also usually post that info in Kickstarter updates, and we probably won't do them any more frequently than monthly, but again, we don't have a date for another stream. We don't know if we'll do one next month, but I've had a lot of fun with these streams, and I'm fully for it right now. It just depends on what our schedule is like in the future, and that can be hard to predict. Taylor Hollinger asks, who are the marriageable mystic cats? Very good question. There are 3 of them, and they are all custom cats, which is a lot of fun, especially for those marriageable cats. They are Alyssa, who is the leader, a light blue cat. There is Slip, who is a black cat. And there is also Nil, who is a sort of white and black striped cat with horns, which is a pretty interesting character concept. And I don't know, have we talked to Nil yet?
Maybe briefly. We can talk to Nil
because
again.
Nil's right there. Yeah, so Nil is also marriageable as well. Honey Dragon asks, can you have 2 of your saved cats interact? So you cannot. Each save file is independent. It's entirely a single-player experience, and on top of that, every file is completely independent from each other. We have a question here. The price of the early access pack on the website, is it in US dollars? Yes, it's in US dollars. All of those prices are in US dollars. And again, the early access is more expensive than the final game. If it's a little steep for you, we totally understand that. Basically, if you're getting the early access, that's to support early development efforts. When the game comes out, it will be 15 US dollars, so we're trying to keep that as affordable and accessible as possible. Hyena asks, what has been the biggest challenge Cattails has thrown at you, coding-wise or idea-wise? That's a hard question. There's been different challenges of different sorts. I think one of the challenges, which doesn't really seem like a challenge at first, was the Kickstarter, which did way better than we expected, and that's awesome, and we're very, very happy and grateful for that. But it meant that it ended up being a lot more work than what we had maybe estimated because we were dealing with so many more people and fulfilling so many more rewards than what we expected. And it's definitely a good problem to have. I'm not complaining about that at all, but that was for sure a challenge. In terms of coding challenges or things like that, the social system in Cattails was a pretty big, monumental undertaking. Getting it so that there's certain cats that you can become friends with and certain ones you can marry, and, you know, getting all the gifts hooked up and the dialogue and all that was just a huge chunk of time. And on top of that, we've actually gone through multiple iterations of it. So the iteration that's in the beta is not the iteration that's in the alpha, and the iteration that's in the alpha was not the iteration that was in the pre-alpha. So we've completely overhauled that entire system multiple times just because of how big and complex it is. And at this point, we're sitting with a pretty good version of it, but just because of how many times we had to keep going back and redoing that one, it was for sure quite a challenge.
I think my biggest challenge was just patience with communication, which was surprising. I thought it'd be like, oh, super easy to like help out with marketing and stuff, but like if I had $1 for how many times we get the message, how do I download Cattails for free? Like, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten like emails or tweets or like yeah, comments. Daily, like.
Which I totally understand this end. Like, completely understand.
Yeah, no,
that.
And I think it's a great...
In a perfect world, Cattails would be free.
It's a great message to get in a way, because it's like, oh, people care and want to play it, but it's also just like... I don't know, my first thought is always, we have this information posted, don't we?
Yeah,
like,
it can be fatiguing to answer the same question 30 times, but the trick is, like, I think a lot of times people don't know that it's been answered. And they have no reason to know that it's been answered. It boils down to ignorance. But from our side of things, it's like, oh, we just got this question about, like, hey, can I play Cattails now? Like, but we've already answered this 40 times. Like, to us, it's like, okay, we're re-answering the same exact question. But to other people, it's like, oh, this is the first time they've probably answered it.
But that was something that we definitely weren't prepared for, was answering that question every day, because that's something that we do, like a random fact about
yes, it is.
Doing a game.
That's part of that hour that I spend doing businessy things every day. That's answering emails like that.
Answering that question.
Stormy Draws asks, what programs do you use to code? All of Cattails is made in Game Maker Studio. It's an awesome little tool for making two-dimensional games. It's the same one that was used for Undertale, Nidhogg, Spelunky, and a handful of other really successful games. I love using it. It's not for everyone, but it's been a very good tool for us, and it's been great for Cattails. So the language is GML, which is Game Maker language.
It's kind of like JavaScript, only sloppier.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to put it. It's very user-friendly. That's the nice thing about Game Maker. They came into it from the understanding that they wanted people who don't really know how to code to get a start in it. And it's actually how I got started coding. So I now have a computer science degree, professional web development experience, and I can honestly attribute a lot of that to Game Maker. And the reason for that is because they start you out real easy. They don't make you code from the get-go. They let you do drag and drop. And so I used drag and drop commands for years and years and years before I ever touched coding. And then when I touched coding, I ended up loving it and ended up doing that professionally. So yeah, I owe a lot to Game Maker. It's a great program. Definitely go check it out if you guys are interested in game development at all.
We have about 13 more minutes. I don't know about this wedding.
Yeah, so we're probably just going to be on for about 13 more minutes. But Robin's at a yellow heart.
Yeah,
which is really good progress. Just one more level and 5 more muse, and we can make this happen.
Yeah, 1 more level of friendship, 5 more muse. That's all we need. And I'm going to go try to give some more gifts to the Mystic Colony, because it'd be really cool if we could unlock their shop, but then we can't really buy anything because we're poor.
You gotta save up.
So,
but no one has seen the Mystic Colony shop.
That's the thing.
Which is kind of cool.
That way, if you have the alpha, you know what to plan for, how much muse you need to save up. So.
I see a question saying, so a complete novice for, like me, could do alright with Game Maker. You could do something with Game Maker. That's the cool thing about it. You really, like, if you don't have experience programming, you don't have experience coding, you're probably not going to make anything good, but that's okay, because you can do something with Game Maker. And that's what I loved about it, and frankly, for years and years, I turned out really terrible little side projects that were very poorly coded and very clunky, but I was having fun with it, and it led to better projects such as Cattails in the distant future, so yeah, that's kind of where I would say with that. Can we please just go to the wedding? We would love to do
that.
I agree. We're so close. So very close.
I I was
I don't know,
hoping.
maybe.
was
Maybe if
hoping to
we
find
get right
some
on the edge, maybe
valerian
we'll
and-
continue till then. I don't know.
Yeah, if we get really close,
We'll see.
just go until the wedding. I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm like dying. But
Do you want me to take over for a little bit?
yeah, but don't.
Tia
Guys, you
Confidence-
need to make sure that Tyler doesn't do anything that I wouldn't want. Make sure he takes good care of Muffin. And I'm going to go eat a muffin.
Good plan. Alright, so now I get the reins of Muffin here, so bear with me as I see how I can mess up this cat's life. Okay, so I see a couple of questions regarding GameMaker in particular. I use GameMaker 1.4. There is a much newer version. I highly recommend the newer version. I'm only using 1.4, and I still use it for Cattails because that's what this project started on. Sorry, that got a little out of focus. Let's see if that refocuses. There we go. That's a lot better. I'm using GameMaker Studio 1.4. Again, there's a newer version. Go get the newer version if you're interested. The other thing is they do have a free trial version. You can't do very much with it, but you can sort of play around with it. I recommend, if you're interested, start with that, see if you like it or not, see if it makes sense to you. And then you can end up purchasing the professional version if you're interested in actually making big projects with it, basically. Alright, let's see here. Let me see if I can find Oracle, because I think then we could probably offer some gifts to the Mystic Colony. I see Manny Rosenberg says, "Hello, I have a question for Cattails game." Awesome! You should send your question in chat, and if we see it, we will attempt to answer it. Where are you, Oracle? Oh, are you just chilling in your corner here? What are you doing? You're not guarding the colony. Okay, alright, so let's see. We're currently at 45% reputation, which is pretty good. So I think if we can just get 5% more reputation, then we're going to be in the clear here. So, alright, that took us up just enough. Alright, now he says, "I'll tell the colony that they should start offering you their services as well. You seem trustworthy enough." So, now we should be able to use Savannah's shop. So I'm going to go track down Savannah. Oh no, but Savannah's an explorer. Savannah likes to wander quite a bit. So I don't think that Savannah's shop is open right now, but we can just chill around. Oh, and there's a turtle right there. I want that turtle. Come here, turtle. Come to Papa. He's too slow. I got him. And now Casper's trying to maul me.
Yeah, Casper's not cool with that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Casper. I know I'm hunting on your land, but give me a break. We're just trying to be friends with Savannah down there. Can't you see that? Okay,
Did you unlock the shop?
I did, but Savannah is currently wandering,
Oh,
as Savannah
no.
likes to do. So, in about an hour or so, I'm going to head back into their camp and then check out the shop. And then you guys can see what you can purchase at the shop there in the Mystic Colony.
Start saving up your muse.
Alright, let's see here.
You should also give some plants to Mossy. Mossy was really close to becoming our friend.
That's a good idea. Let me see if I can track down Mossy here. Maybe that's a good way to pass some time.
Mossy liked plants as well. And I like giving the plants to Mossy better than I like giving the plants to Crampy. Mossy was down by Crampy. Did you see Mossy?
Was it? Oh,
Yeah.
I did not even see. Oh, yep. There you are, Mossy. Oh, 4 stars!
Oh, perfect.
That's perfect.
You don't have to give Mossy anything.
Just to be absolutely safe, I'm probably going to give just one thing. That way, like, no matter what, we're probably locked in here. Okay, perfect. So Mossy's now at 4 stars. That means we're friends.
What
That's
about-
great.
You can try to get Crampy to be a friend too, maybe.
Crampy is not really being good. Greetings, Muffin. Well, okay, maybe. Maybe if we do this really well.
Yeah,
What do you think?
Golden Seal
Golden Seal's
and
a good
Marigold.
Yes, that's good.
So someone asked
Congrats.
about if the wedding is like Harvest Moon, you have to wait a week. Wait a week. That's really hard for me to say today.
The wedding is actually instantaneous.
Yeah. So you don't have to wait.
So Crampy isn't quite in our corner. Not quite yet, but very close. So maybe if we do like one more day, we could get Crampy to be our friend. I'm gonna return home actually real fast here. There we go. And let's see here. What can we do? What can we do while we wait for this? We need a few more muse.
Did you give all the gifts that you could to Robin today?
I haven't. But it was fairly late when I picked it up, so I don't know if you already did.
I don't remember if I did either.
But I will try catnip, because that's a good one.
Oh, not yet.
Yeah, okay. Gotta wait until tomorrow. I'm gonna talk to Delta, because we need just a couple more muse.
Just a few more.
Just a few more muse. That's probably a safe thing to do, right?
Oh, no, not the rose. I have a plan.
You have a plan, okay.
I gotta do the proposal.
Alright, I understand. There we go. Alright. A lot of XP.
You should unlock maybe like another active skill.
That's a good idea. Let me think. What active skills do we want here? Summon allies is always good. I might just go for that one. Yeah, probably summon allies. What do you think?
Summon allies is one of my favorites.
That's a good one. Alright, so I'll equip that in the den, and then I'll turn in early for the night so we can go and try to get Robin all the way up to Red Heart tomorrow. Alright, summon allies is equipped. We're gonna go to sleep here. Alright. Perfect. Okay, let's go talk to Robin. How are you doing, Robin? Hello, Muffin. I'm very glad to see you. Think you could use a turtle shell? I happen to have an extra and thought of you when I saw it. Go ahead and take it. Alright, so now I'm conflicted. A turtle shell is a really good gift. And it's something that I could turn around and give back to Robin for bonus points, but... Alright, so I have two, right? So maybe we'll just exchange turtle shells. I'll keep Robin's, and I'll give the other turtle shell.
There you go.
It's very kind of you.
Oh, should have given the Valerian.
Valerian, okay. Hey!
Yay! Okay.
This is too generous, Muffin. I love these.
We can do this. We can do the wedding.
Alright, Robin is
4 minutes.
all the way up at 4 heart. Do we want Crampy to attend? Or do you want to go for it?
No, don't.
You want to go for it?
I gotta do it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Becca's gonna do the little proposal here. So yeah, hopefully you guys will get to see a
We're gonna
Cattails
plan this
wedding
out.
here.
This is gonna be... I've been thinking about it. We're gonna have the coolest proposal. Oh, it's 8. I'm trying to plan this out.
It gets set to noon once your actual wedding starts.
Okay.
So no worries there
Okay.
on weather and time and all that. This is a pretty good time actually to do this because you're not near a festival. Oh, you have it. Perfect. Beautiful. Well, you gotta go get all your roses. Aww.
Oh, I missed one.
Mr. Rose.
Mr. Rose. That's why I was getting roses earlier, just in case we made it this far.
Everyone's so sad that Krampus.
I mean, it's not gonna do anything cool. It's just how I planned this proposal in my mind. So
it's a good idea. It's a good proposal.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how you set this thing up.
Yep. We need to get these flowers around. Something big's gonna happen.
Oh, so cute.
No, I'm not talking to you. You don't see me.
You don't see me. I'm invisible.
You don't see me. See, ideally, because we don't really have much time, but ideally we'd like do it when like Robin's still in the den and like surprise Robin, so they'd come out of their den. Okay.
All right. Here goes nothing.
You
see what Robin thinks.
You can do it.
You know what this means, right? It means we're going to be married. I'd be glad to accept your proposal, Muffin. I love you, Muffin.
Aww.
And now it's the wedding. Aww.
I only have 2 friends.
It's Mossy and Arthur that attended your wedding.
That's it. Whenever I play, I like try to.
That's so funny.
It's so sad.
Mossy and Arthur are here at the wedding of Muffin and Robin.
Oh.
I do. Oh. Then by the power invested in me, I now pronounce you married.
Yay.
Isn't this so exciting, Muffin? I can't wait to spend my life with you. Let's all hear a cheer for the new couple, Muffin and Robin!
Real loud cheers. 2 cats.
Yeah, Mossy and Arthur are both clapping there, like...
Yeah. Like the awkward.
what a great day. Now it's time to get some sleep. And look, Robin moved in with you. You're married.
Yay.
Oh, and
Yes,
giving you a
and
zoo
give
butterfly.
gifts.
Aw.
Okay. Cool.
Isn't that so cute?
Yeah.
That's
Well, we
beautiful.
did it.
Do you want to save it and then we'll kind of call that a day?
Yeah, we made it through.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for joining us for this dev live stream number 2. We had an absolute blast, and I hope that you guys did as well. Couple of things real quick before we go here. Again, the beta is launching September 29th. If you're interested in getting that, or if you're an early access backer, that's when you should be getting your keys. That'll have all this content that you've seen in our stream, plus more. So lots of exciting stuff to look forward to there. In addition, if you don't have early access to Cattails, we are offering it right now through our site. Go to cattailsgame.com, click the early access link, and that'll give you all the information about how you can get that. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and Reddit and Tumblr if you want to stay up to date with everything Cattails. And until next time, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks.
Have a good one, everybody.